fancy meeting you all here. We are several intrepid adventurers that go by the name of Die Rolling. Thank you for stopping by.
God bless you.
We're missing one member, so we're down to a lovely 5. If I count, the DMs count. 4?
Yeah, sure.
No.
Yeah. Do I count as a person? Am I a person? I would tell you what happened last time, but just watch it. Get on YouTube. We're on there. Skip back to the last episode. There was some dwarfage, and that's where we find ourselves now. Roll intro.
Oh, we have like Wesley's Weecap.
Oh, Wesley's
What's this?
Weecap.
It's been a month since we've played. I can't remember.
It's literally been a month.
Has it been? It has been a month, hasn't it? Yeah.
Did we play last week?
No.
We didn't play
Because
last
you was
week.
at the conference.
Did we play the week before that?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
But yeah, it's a halfling month.
Halfling month.
Yeah.
It's been a month since we did the other
You're not
Yeah.
a halfling, are you? You're a Durkar.
I don't know what I am.
You're a marrow con. Roll intro.
I don't even know what I am anymore!
Hello, boys. Pink lemonade?
Mom! That's a good one. That is a good one.
Is that
I like
the-
that.
That really happened once.
Really happened. Really
I'm
happened.
YouTubing that later.
Does anything really happen?
Anything ever.
I'd hope everything really happens, hopefully.
Does it? The universe has a beginning, and every moment is getting shorter. Every moment is a percentage of the time passed.
That's only in this
True.
universe.
It
What
has
about
a
the infinite
static
of other
beginning.
infinite universes?
Unless there was the Great Crush, and it's just a never-ending one of those. No?
Depends where you are on the curve.
Another toss and my drumstick salad. Oops, we're one down.
Way!
Hoppa!
They have not mixed one bit.
Pringles in the centre of the
All of
tin.
those are stuck together. It's like
You can tell
bloody-
we're a bit late because there's a lot of snacks still
Yeah.
happening. Snacks are an essential part of Dungeons and Dragons. If you're new here, you'll know that.
it's like
No.
carnival this
Yeah,
evening. isn't it?
absolutely. Everyone gets snacks at D&D.
Oh.
Welcome everyone. If you remember, you were shown by a heavily armoured dwarf, the guard, who let you guys in, only speaking Dwarvish and some broken common. You were shown to what he called the Guild Hall. Now the Guild Hall was a large hewn stone room with 4 long tables. Each of those tables had some kind of attachment on the side that allowed for a large drinking horn that was filled with a dark malty beer that I believe Caston was already drinking. It wasn't very busy. There were about 6 dwarves in here, smattered around the place, and there were actually sconces on the walls, large sconces, of which 1, 2, 3, 4 were lit, but there were plenty more that weren't lit, giving the room kind of a dim impression. There was a stone door on each of the proximal, each of the short edges, if you imagine there, it's a triangle. A triangle, good lord. A rectangle, that's what that was.
Bless you.
The short ends. And then there was 2 other doors on the back wall. The front wall, which would be on your right as you came down the flight of stairs from the guard's room, there's a huge 100 foot, almost 100 foot across, the wall is 100 foot in its entirety, door. And you will remember from the outside of this place, you almost came into what looked like an aeroplane hangar, if such things existed. And there was a huge stone door. So you imagine you're on the opposite side of that. You've almost entered through a smaller entrance. Funnily enough, the guard who showed you down the stairs, after announcing "Welcome to the Guild Hall," seems to just turn around and go back up the stairs. And you're kind of left at the foot of the steps with roughly 6 dwarves sat at different tables, not near each other, just kind of about. There's 2 in conversation, but the rest are kind of sat around the place, drinking out of these horns ever so slowly. Caston's drinking a beer. You'll notice that Theneus has obviously done his sneaky thing and disappeared off somewhere and isn't with you. So he's off stealth somewhere. For what reason, you're unsure. But he did actually sneak down earlier as well, if you remember. He snuck down the steps
Sneaky.
before everybody else and set to shift away and isn't visible right now.
Did we get the guard's name up top? No. How rude of us not to ask.
Didn't ask for it. Didn't give it, you didn't ask for it.
That's how it is in Dwarven land. A lot of remembering faces, not a lot of remembering names.
On the long table closest to you, there's a dwarf drinking from one of these horns. He's not covered in, he's got a mail kind of harbuk on, and over that like a red, almost what you call an arming jacket at the top, but not heavily armoured. He's not wearing a helmet, he's got kind of long, it's kind of a dirty blonde hair that's braided, but it's kind of mixed with grey, and what gives it that dirty look. You can only see him from behind. And he's drinking from this horn on his own. Presumed male.
Wesley, I feel like this is more your thing. These are your people, not so much myself.
Don't have any people. There's only one Wesley.
Is there anything in that little book of yours about introducing and meeting new people?
Oh yes. yeah, for sure. Yeah. We'll dive in. That doesn't say how to introduce yourself to a dwarf. The name's Wesley. Well met.
What language are you using?
I do know Dwarven. I can speak Dwarven.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Do you choose to speak Dwarven?
Yeah. Mate, yeah. I guess I can hear them talking amongst each other in Dwarven.
Yeah.
So I will interject in there, in
This
their
guy in
tongue.
particular isn't speaking, he's kind of just drinking.
Oh, and you're muttering.
Turns around and you got a big drink in one hand, and you hold your hand out.
Oh, of course, yeah.
He just grab your hand, really kind of strong grasp as he grabs your hand. You can see his face now. He's got this long braided beard. It comes down to 2 braids, and it's joined by 2 bronze clasps as it kind of on his chest. And he looks at you and goes, "Oh, hey! Where do you come from then? You're very strange."
I have no idea, to be honest, but from not here. And what do you...
You just come through the door there, have you?
Yes,
Visitors, if you will.
I guess so.
Ah, well. Come to apologise, have we, perhaps?
What have I done?
I don't know. You tell me. You're coming here.
What are we apologising for?
Yes, we're here to apologise.
Good lord, look at you! I assume in Dwarven as well.
Yes.
You guys can't speak Dwarven, is that right? So all you can hear is kind of like, "Gakam Dora, Surana Dora." And he turns around and says, "What are you doing here? Long way from home, I bet."
Yes. Well met. My name is Atlantrix.
Atlantrix, is it? Very good. Well, welcome to the Guild Hall. Long time since we've seen an elf round here.
Yes. A long time since I've seen a dwarf.
Really? Many dwarves where you're from, is that?
No, not really. No.
No. So what brings you here?
I'm looking for Gorick. Do you know Gorick?
Sorry, you're gonna have to speak a little louder. I can't really make out what you're saying with your strange accent.
Gorick!
Gorick!
Do you know Gorick?
Ah,
I'm trying to imitate the accent.
he rings a bell, but I don't think he's from around here.
Well, you are no help to me.
Yeah.
What am I apologising for?
Well, you can choose something. Normally people come here, they apologise, we decide whether we like it or not. It's an old tradition going
Is it?
back hundreds of years.
Well, I'm sorry for not knowing what I'm sorry for.
Well, you could come here to trade, or maybe you've got something about you. You've got any skills, something you can offer.
Oh, I got a trade, and I'll motion to Felix. I know you've been trading on the plains. What have you got? Give us that shell.
You know what,
Do you have a shell still?
Hang
What was
on.
that?
What
What
are you then?
was that valuable shell you had? Yeah, that must have been valuable.
Are you guys not drinking? You're dry, are you?
What's drinking?
Sorry, I can't hear. I got a stoat right in the ear there, and it's not really worked since then.
You got a what in the ear?
Stoat.
A stoat?
Stoat, you know.
No, I don't know.
No?
No.
Like like a stoat around the head.
Like a punch?
Right in the potato there.
Oh, right in the melon, eh?
Yeah, right in the... It's never really worked since then. A long time ago now, mind. It was an old disagreement now. I was only young at the time and pretty wild. And we were drinking and we were talking about whether when you go outside, what keeps you down, you know? And whether you just float off into the sky and, you know, you people just walk out there and all amongst the clouds and the stars and the trees and all that kind of stuff. And I was saying, no, I think you just quit going, you know, like the birds. That's what keeps them up there, you know. Anyway, my old friend Brogadier, he said, no, you just stick to the ground like a tree and you just have to stand there for hundreds of years until somebody comes and gets you.
Oh.
So anyway, we've never been outside and it got a little bit heated and anyway, it stoked me and then I just cannot be able to hear for a very long time now. Long time ago now, he's passed away, you see. He used to live over in the Commons before he joined the guild. And he came to join the guild terrace probably about... Now, was it 100... I think it was 149 years.
I think he's
No, it was 139 years. Because it was
filibustering.
around about the time that my cousin met that wee lass. And that was probably around 139 years ago.
Ooh.
Anyway, he's not with us anymore, you see, because he liked to drink an awful lot and he wasn't a very good drinker. It's not that he got drunk, mind, he just kept forgetting his way back to his house. And occasionally he'd just go on these big wanders and the guild terrace has got this lovely view. The problem is there's no barrier on the side there, and anyway he took a little drip and then before you know it, he was gone. Turns out you don't fly if you just slip off the end there.
No.
But I was right in the end, yeah.
Did he apologise in the end?
No, he was dead.
Oh. Did you apologise? Did you have a chance?
I won't apologise to him, I didn't do no wrong.
I don't get this judicial system. Who decides who's wrong and who's right?
It depends. If you're a commoner, then it's probably the guilds. But if you're a guild member, then it's probably the Gilted. And if you're the Gilted, it might be the Enclave. And if you're Enclave, well, you can neither say no right nor wrong, but you'd probably be the king there.
What am I?
Well, you're an outsider. You don't really count.
Oh. I apologise for being an outsider.
You look alright. You look a little bit peaky there, like there might be something wrong with you. You been eating alright? This is what happens when you go outside. You get all grey and start looking kind of dark with your little eyes and you're peeping out there.
I think this is mashed potato. Do you have mashed potato down here?
Oh, yeah!
Oh, you
Potato.
do? We're friends now.
Yeah, anything
Mashed
that grows
potato?
in there. Yeah.
Wow.
We can grow potatoes. We can grow.
Can you?
We can grow most things.
Take me to the potatoes. Can we?
I don't go in the commons anymore. Not since I lost the loose to this area. You see, you need what's around you to be able to know what's coming. You know.
Where are the commons?
Well, that'd be through that door down there.
Am I allowed in there?
He points up, and he points directly to the far wall, and there's a stone door set in the wall. It does have dwarven written across
Yeah.
the top.
I can't read that, so.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You can't read, right?
I can't read. Yeah, well, yeah. But yeah, probably, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Apart from your field manual.
Yeah, apart from the field manual, yeah.
I wouldn't be going down there if you're outsiders. You kind of got to have a bit about you, and I don't mean to pry, but you and the fella over there look alright, but the rest of them look a little bit wee like Jesse's, you know?
Do you think? He's a liberator, this one.
I'm
Well,
going to be
don't
like,
doubt it.
I don't know what you're saying, but I'm going to wink and burp. And then go back to the
Yeah.
lawn.
Now, if any of you were going to get into a guild, it'd be that man there. Look at the great big beard, strong eyes, he knows what he's doing.
Oh,
Lovely pound patch. Your patch is pretty good yourself there, got a lot of experience now. If you
oh yeah, I've got a...
Now, if you had a trade, I could probably talk to somebody about maybe getting you in, but I'm not sure about this lot. I quite like him though, he's quite fun.
He's got a massive hat on. So it's just basically like a black nose on the rim of his little hat, and just a beard.
I will
His
read...
little hat's unusual, but he's got quite a good growth going on actually. A young chap, is he?
Yes, very young.
I'll
I can't
translate.
understand.
Yeah.
What's it? Does he speak common, does he?
Common, yes.
Young,
Yes.
not old. Beard. Drink! You want
5.
drink? Drink!
Yes.
Come!
Is there free? Is there just drink
It's
on the
in
go?
the tables, yeah. So actually, you notice that like there's these almost like alcoves in the tables, and the
Yeah.
horns fit within them. But they're just mounted at regular intervals.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird place because there's loads of these horns. There's probably about 100 spaces around these 4 tables in total. There's only 6 dwarves in there right now.
Cool. He's gonna give it a sniff.
It smells malty. It's got a lovely kind of beery scent to it. It's kind of what it smells like.
Nice. Gonna give it a swig.
Absolutely. Again, it's kind of got like a. It's not hoppy. It's kind of got like a deep, almost malted taste, almost like a stout, but not quite there, like a toffee kind of taste.
Cool.
They're big. They're probably about a litre in total. These things, which in the dwarven's hands, these horns are kind of huge. They're obviously some kind of beast.
So in Felix's hands, it's massive.
Absolutely, it's kind of probably both hands, kind of like
Cool.
a hobbit drinking a pint kind of scenarios. Yeah. Look at him there, drinking like a dwarf. Is he a young chap? Is he
5.
5 years old?
Yeah, but he's not too young.
Quite a beard for a 5-year-old.
No, he's
From good stock, no doubt.
pretty well developed for his species, I believe.
Well, say no more.
I believe.
Say no more.
Is that right?
Well,
Is this beer running down his beard over his tummy and then...
you'd think if he was well developed, he'd wear pants, you know. Kind of keep it from accidentally, you know.
I don't think it's his way. He just defecates
It could be
anywhere.
any which way. If you think of it.
Honestly, to be honest.
Well, I hope he doesn't do that outside the commons. Where are you going to go and... It's a good way to get yourself locked away, if you know what I mean.
I'll notify him. Good. Yeah, I'll notify him, yes.
Ah, grand. And what about you? What do you want to know about?
Did we get your name?
I know.
May I ask your name?
You may.
What is your name?
Oh, right. My name is... I better read it off the sheet there, because otherwise you're going to get it wrong. Brewvale Greyhound, at your service. Well, I say at your service, I'm probably not going to stand up for the next 12 hours.
Brewvale.
Brewvale. Brewvale. Would you like me to write it down for you?
No.
That's quite a nice pencil you got there, right in the lead there.
Thank you.
Is
It's
this
quill.
a temporary arrangement for you, is it? It's going to rub it out when I'm...
Quite, yes.
Yeah.
You're...
How old are you?
I am 120.
120, is that right? Don't look a day over 5. Look at you. Beautiful complexion, if you don't mind me saying.
Why, thank you.
That's quite alright.
And quite the beard, might I say.
Oh, thank you very much. I've been growing it my entire life.
In probably Elvish. What's the name of the mountain we're in?
Well, you see, I brought this book along to make notes.
Are we in
I've made a
Arlek?
lot of notes so far.
Are we in Arlek, or is that another one of them?
No, I believe Arlick is the
That's
mountain.
the first one,
That's
okay.
that's the first
What
one.
are you guys talking about?
We'd like to apologise for Arlek.
What do you? Oh, what's Arlek done?
It has obscured the view of the Smithy Highway.
And you have the power to give apologies on behalf of Arlek, do you?
Did
Did you come from there, do you? Born there, I imagine.
We're here as envoys representing Arlek.
Right. And you gilded, are you lot? You come from Arlek? They sent you lot. Strange group of people that come out of Arlek, don't you think?
Yes, Caston will respond.
Hello. Well, seems to know what he's about.
Yeah, I think so.
I like him. Well, if you're apologising on behalf of Arlek, I'm probably not the man for it. You know, I'm just gilded here. I've been gilded for, gosh, probably 200 years. 200 years. Can't be 200, no. I'm not that old. Must be 179 maybe. About that age.
What is being gilded? Am I gilded? Does it come with wisdom and age?
Well, you're an outsider, so I'll tell you one thing for free. if you're a commoner and you show that you have a certain kind of skill, you can get apprenticed. If you get apprenticed, then maybe every other year when we meet at the Gilded Hall, you might be able to pass for a Gilded member if you get a 2/3 majority in the Guild Hall now. But then it has to be a 2/3 majority. Any less and you get put the next year. Any more and, well, that tends to be okay. But if you get a full set, so you get the entire Gilded members, then you might get passed for a Gilted membership. Now, the Gilted membership is a totally different thing, and I best not talk about that for too long because I don't know a great deal. I've only ever been Gilded myself, you see.
I'll pretend I understood that. Fantastic. Pleasure to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Wesley Debenham.
That's a wonderful name, Wesley.
Thank you very much.
It's very strong.
Definitely.
Your parents must be very proud.
Don't know
Of
him.
all the you don't know your own man, pa? No way. What is that?
Don't know. Where I come from. Don't have Mars or Pars.
You probably are from Arlec, aren't you? They're all a bit funny down there.
Do they have holes in the wall? To which mashed potato gets dispensed. And quickly shut.
No, I haven't heard much about that, to be honest. Sounds like a gnomish contraption to me. Now, I'm not against them. I just think that we don't need them here. You know?
Fair enough, yeah.
They do what they do, and down in the caverns there, underneath the commons, there used to be the train that used to take people through from the gnomish lands. And it was quite nice when it worked, but it hasn't worked for a long time, and that's the problem, is if it's not dwarven, it's generally not very good. It's alright for now, and it's a new thing, but we'll get over it eventually, and then they'll realise that it was just kind of a thing they were dealing with at the time, the elves. They'll apologise, we'll move past it eventually, I'm sure, but don't be mentioning this to the Gilded or the Enclave now, they don't take it very kindly.
Sure.
Gnomes are very popular right now, but it'll pass. It'll come back, don't you worry.
Excellent.
People like me and you will be sat there drinking the fine wine, speaking the Elvish language. It'll be wonderful. You wait. You and your dog.
Every time you look back, Felix is like one more horn down the day.
Just keep drinking and drinking and drinking.
Can you give me a constitution save?
Oh, no.
You knew that was coming.
Rule of cool.
The rule of kill.
Oh no, it's not good. He's a 6.
It's a 6.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What's going to happen now is if you make...
We like to drink with Felix.
if you make any kind of persuasion or deception, basically a charisma-based roll against a dwarf, you can make it with advantage.
Oh.
However, if you make any kind of intelligence-based roll, you make it with disadvantage.
Okay, cool.
What was the name of the anvil that we found?
I can't remember.
She's always pitting the pattern
What is
around
our
in this little
down?
language she
Pandora
speaks. Don't you find that annoying?
Or
It's a little bit annoying.
Gordonin.
I don't. They're all a bit odd, really. I'm just
Devastation
looking at Goric. I've just tagged along.
Well, you find no Goric here, I don't think, but you're very welcome to stay and take a look around. Maybe somebody else knows him, but he's not one of the people that I know, and I know quite a lot of them now.
Yeah.
It don't take you very long to get around and kind of see everybody and meet him. Unless he lives in the Commons now, which you could do, but I don't recommend you see that straight away.
Why don't we... These people have never seen a dwarf before. Yet you all seem very pleasant and very amicable.
Oh, why thank you very much now. We don't have a reputation for being particularly amicable-minded, but then again, a lot of people have pissed us off, so I suppose it's a little bit here nor there.
Yes. Well, I apologise on somebody's behalf.
Well, thank you very much.
I don't know what I'm apologising for, but I
You don't
believe...
seem to have done anything wrong, so there's no need apologising if you've done nothing wrong now.
I'm very new to this social interaction, and I'm
Right.
just going with the flow.
Yeah, quite good at it.
Did you
Don't
think?
mind me saying. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
quite
Enjoy
nice.
that.
A bit too much chat about mashed potato.
Well,
While this is all sort of happening, Elantrix is going to, at the point in which they're sort of most engaged in conversation, she's just going to slightly just take a few steps back and just lurk into the background, just turn her body slightly, and she wants to try and produce the lens and activate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you deliberately doing it?
Oh, it's definitely a
Surreptitiously.
sleight of hand.
Yeah, if you
style.
do, make me a sleight of hand roll.
How's this
Okay,
evening gonna
15.
go?
kombucha. How'd you like your kombucha?
Vinegary.
Very vinegary.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've never
What
drank
you
one.
got there then?
Kombucha.
That looks
Oh.
very nice.
It's
Honey, a beaver.
it's. I've gone blank.
My life.
Do you mind if I take a look?
It's the lens, right?
She's going to try and switch it for something else that she has. She's going to try and switch it for just an old boot that she gathered from a sort of bird creature.
Yeah, okay. Can you make me a sleight of hand
Yeah,
again?
13.
Oh, that looks very different up close. Yeah, I thought I saw some brass there, but I think it must have just been the buckle.
No, a bird creature. The feathered creatures
the
outside.
bloody creatures
This, it
again.
gave me this. Do you know what they were?
They have a strange sort of language. They don't speak very well, but they talk through these items that they find and they swap them around. And if you can learn the way in which they swap them, they can tell you things. But I'll be honest, we fell out with them a very long time ago, and we haven't really been able to make up since. They kept bringing us boots and little shells and things like that. And it got very tiresome to try and talk to them, to be honest. They've only been here, say, maybe 59 years. They came in from... They flew in from the north now, but I don't really know if it was north. Sometimes when you go out, and I don't know because I haven't been, but where Borndybrook tells me that it goes out in the top there and you can see the sun coming across, you know, that you see it there, and it seems to go across in the other way. So he told me it was north, but I don't think he really knows what he's talking about now, because he goes out there a lot and gets all that air in his head and starts coming back talking about crazy things about the bridge falling and all this kind of stuff. To be honest, we kind of ignore him and we put him in all that armour to make sure that he's just okay out there, you know? Sometimes the sun comes down and I wonder if that armour's the only thing keeping him down on the floor there. You know what I mean?
Yes. Did anybody successfully talk to the birds?
Well, he had conversations for a little while. He told them things and they apparently traded with things and they talked about all the little items they had and they could change them and they learnt some things, but he's not very up all there, you know. That's why we put him up there by the door to make sure he doesn't cause any trouble.
What do you mean they changed them?
They changed the little things they have. They trade them with each other and they change them, and it's the way that they talk apparently.
I see.
Very valuable.
Yes.
Thank you.
So this boot is, for all intents and purposes, nothing more than an old boot.
That was a message.
They were
That was-
probably trying to tell you something at the time. But out of context, it's just a boot.
I also have this bone.
A bone.
What did you guys get in common?
Didn't get anything. I lost my anvil.
Did he just say anvil?
Anvil.
Yes.
Anvil.
They wouldn't let me keep it.
What's he talking about?
I'll try. I'm happy
That's
to
an
translate.
anvil. I know what he's talking about. He's got something interesting to say.
Yes.
Beer.
Beer.
Beard.
An anvil.
An anvil.
Yes.
What are you doing with an anvil in the middle of nowhere? Did that come from Orlek, did it?
I've got this sweet red snail shit.
I'm going to just.
Possibly. No, maybe not this guy.
Okay.
This guy's pretty friendly though.
We could get a gauge, couldn't
We
we?
could. Have you lost any of your historical items?
Such as an anvil.
Such as an anvil, yes.
Not an anvil, but such as an anvil.
Yeah. A dwarven anvil. How important are they to dwarvish society? If an anvil was to end up in the hands of a elf,
No, don't say it.
what about a human?
No.
What about
No.
this lovely liberator? No. Was it? Did he have the anvil from Ghoulie? He did. And he lost it.
What text did it have on the side?
didn't lose it. I put it down
Yeah.
somewhere.
And you forgot
I
about
just
it.
don't remember where.
It's on the
It
side,
was.
it's on the side of a hill.
It was. It reiterated the poem we'd heard, didn't it? About the gold.
Would we
Oh,
be,
the lack of... Yes.
would we be celebrated if we was to bring an anvil here?
Now, I don't really know what you're talking about. You say an anvil an awful lot. Now,
Yes.
we might have lost something that's particularly important now. And it could be you're talking about that, but it could be you're talking about a normal anvil, so it's
Oh,
getting
no.
very confusing.
No.
I'm not sure if you're talking about just regular anvils. We've got hundreds of anvils. This place is called Anvil City in the common tongue, you know, so they're everywhere.
Have a look at this. Show him. Just show him your thing. Just show him your thing. Your boot.
The red shell.
Your boot. Just give him a flash.
She's going to instead show him the book Grudges of Our Fathers.
Nice.
Now, where did you get that?
We were given it by somebody at Renthari Prime. Is that what it's called? Renthari Primus.
Where do you know?
We were travelling through. I expressed an interest in language, and he had a book that he couldn't understand, so he gave it to me.
Make a deception check.
Yep, pretty good. Really good. 20, natural 20.
They were just handing that out in the street to any old elf walking by, were they? Now, your dwarvish is very good mind, I can understand. Just not very polite to be handing around a book like that.
I read a little bit, it seems.
No, I don't want to hear it.
Is it a bit
No! I'm not to read it, I'm not to look at it, I'm not to understand it. It's not for me,
Who would be interested in this book?
I can't tell you.
Hypothetically, if someone were to possess something of importance for a dwarf, who would be somebody that might want to know about that? Could be talking about an anvil, could be talking about a book.
An anvil, maybe? Or this book you got there, maybe? Now, this is quite interesting. Maybe I could get the Gilted Assembly together and we could take a look at this book and maybe take a look at that anvil. And if we do, maybe, just maybe, I could get your introduction to the Gilted Hall and they could maybe take a look at it and make sure it's genuine.
Okay. And if an item was of great value to a people, let's say a dwarf, what passes as recompense? Information? Money?
Well, we got an awful lot of both, so I mean, if it was particularly valuable, we probably want to pay you for it, but I mean, we could tell you something, but you are an elf, so maybe just the money.
You could tell our Wesley here. He doesn't share a lot with us.
That's probably a little bit passable. Now, if you show up with the book and the anvil, there's a very good chance they'll think you've stolen it. Now, coming from you, that probably wouldn't go down very well.
Yes, well, I think this will come from Wesley.
Hey, Wesley could have it, or maybe you could give it to me and I could take it to them and I could say, hey, look, these chaps are alright, they got me this thing and it's all legit. But if it's not legit and it turns out you're pulling my leg, well, I could get landed in the commons and I don't really want that either.
Well, maybe it would do us well to have somebody vouching for us.
The old dwarven royalty, do they live here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they do. The king of the king of the dwarves.
Oh, yeah.
He lives here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you were seeking an audience, right, with said people?
Well, that's where he live. He's not going to live up in the middle of nowhere, is he? He'll live here in Anvil City.
I just thought it was another mountain over
Look
there.
at this place. It's marvellous. Why wouldn't you want to live here?
It's the first place I've ever... It is a marvellous place, you are right.
Ah, thank you very much.
Oh yeah, I don't know what to compare it to. So it's the finest place I've
That's a
seen.
nice compliment, thank you.
But I know these people were seeking an audience, potentially with
With the king.
only an audience.
Oh, I want to wear silk pyjamas and be the king of all the elven lands, but look at me.
Not just 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Is that a long time?
I don't know. I don't know what a minute is.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Is that how you measure the day, is it? With the sun? It goes along and tells you what the minutes are. Announcing them as it goes past the sky there.
I've just heard people on the device talk about minutes. I don't know what a minute is, but I don't believe it's a very long period of time.
Ah.
Yeah.
I've got no idea what you're talking
To be honest, neither do I. I was just trying to fit in with everybody. Yes. Well,
Well, shall I say it, or would you like to
This is all gibberish.
Say what?
Felix.
take us to your leader?
oh,
Can I do that? I can bring the assembly together, perhaps. But they won't like it very much. They tend not to, you see.
if I apologise, will that help?
It depends. If you've got something to apologise
Well,
for,
for being
then
not very
perhaps.
likeable.
You
For
stole
being
that
not very
anvil.
likeable.
Yeah.
There he goes again. Talking about anvil.
He likes an anvil, this lad. Let's get him. Yeah. Assemble.
You want me to assemble the guild? You
Let's
ready,
do it.
are you?
Let's do it.
You sure you're ready?
No time like the present.
Now I've
I
only
hear.
just met you. Did you actually steal this stuff? Come
No.
on, you can be honest with me.
No.
You've never met a dwarf in your life. You've met me now. And honest to the ancestors, you didn't steal this stuff. You just found it.
We'll give it.
Giving it, yeah.
And what about this anvil you mate there keeps talking about? What's that about?
Well,
You just find it, did you? Just washing down the stream, flowing from the skies, come on from the sun, drop down there on Rentari Prime.
Where is Renthari Prime?
that was where we found you.
Oh! Excellent. Yeah, he's telling the truth as well.
Like,
I thought there might have been a deception. I don't really
He?
know what's going on. She, sorry. Madame.
No.
oh, it's a
Goodness,
woman. I
Wesley.
do
Yes,
apologise.
yes, yes.
I'm not used to elves, you
This
see.
isn't a beard.
No, I just thought that none of you have beards, and it gets very confusing. All very lithe, you know. You flow about the place, you know, just kind of flowing about the place, speaking your language and talking to each other about art, that kind of thing.
That's right. Yes.
Less
That's what
art,
we
more
do.
books.
That's what we do. Now, I don't know a great deal about the anvil. That's really Caston's domain.
We
Custom.
found this in a place it didn't deserve to be.
I'll translate.
This anvil is a thing of beauty. It's old. Craftsmanship.
Craftsmanship.
We found it where it didn't belong. We liberated it.
Now, you don't mind me saying, you don't seem to have an anvil about you, person. I probably have noticed. Which means, oh, hello there! Nice to meet you. Hello there! You went away too quickly. If you could post in the chat there and we'd have a good chat with you.
I didn't see the name. It began with A.
will
It
be.
did look like
Hopefully you're not
Atlantis.
Scottish
Oh.
and I'm just
No, I believe
destroying
it's,
you.
I think it's Aloria. I think it's
Aloria.
Nice
Ah,
to meet
hello,
you.
Aloria. Thank you very much for following us.
Now I've lost my train of thought.
Anvil, anvil, anvil. Anvil, anvil.
You don't seem to have an anvil about your person. So if I call the guild together and I tell them, oh, these chaps, they're alright, they've come with an anvil, and you don't have an anvil, I'm going to look a bit like a, you know,
We've got a
like
book.
the back end of a groat, you know.
Well, we know
Grow.
where it is. We've hidden it safe.
Yeah.
We couldn't bring it all the way here.
Hey, that's probably right.
Do all dwarven anvils have a series of telescopic lenses?
Telescopic lens?
Fabulous! We can just bring the anvil.
You say that in common.
Yeah.
Hi, anvil!
Yes. Do you want to come outside?
No,
We'll give you a tour. You sure?
I've got no interest in that whatsoever.
Why didn't
I've
know?
lived underground my entire life.
He's
All
ready to float away.
253 years. I know I look young. I look pretty. But I don't go outside. It's not good for my complexion. And also, I've got a bad knee. You know? And I wonder, if I go outside and I'm not wearing proper protection
Yeah.
and I've got my bad knee, would I just go, you know?
No.
Just straight up,
I've been here.
fall through it and just end up wherever they all go, all the birds and the clouds and that.
You're such a great fear.
I've been here for 2 periods of the sun cycle, and yet I am not to float away.
How long is that? How long does it... What is it? Right up there! Just burning away! Burning away it is! Radiating heat and disaster on the land! No, it's not for me. I think I'll stay here. Also, the food's a bit strange. If you don't mind me saying, I like it down here.
You can bring some potatoes.
No?
Okay. There's going to be no persuading you.
You talk to my man on the door there, and maybe he'll go with you, because he's a little bit, you know, soft in the head.
What was your man called on the door?
Let me check the... check what I got written down in case I get it wrong. His name's Samuk.
Samuk.
He's one of the leather cloaks, you know, and the leather cloaks, they're a bit, yeah, they're not quite all there. I know his brother, and his brother was a much better dwarf. He spoke proper, and you knew you were in the right place, but even then he had these strange ideas.
Oh, yeah?
About going out there, about seeing the sky, about looking out across the land, and he went out one day, and he never came back.
It's a big place out
Now,
there.
some people say he found himself a nice lass, in which case, all the power to him. But if you talk to me and you talk to my guild, we're pretty sure he fell.
Floated away.
Floated away.
And once you fall, you don't come back.
Okay.
Because how could you? He's only got wee legs.
Where do you think you go if you float off?
Well, you don't come back, you just flow away there.
Who knows where you're going to float?
Maybe you get swallowed up by the sun, you know, with a big burning furnace in the sky. Nobody harnesses it. Have you noticed that? You've got all that power and nobody does anything with it. It's just there scorching things. Your skin goes red.
I believe they grow crops here with the power of that thing.
A crop?
A
What's
crop? Yeah.
that? Well, stuff growing out the ground.
Corn. You have corn?
Corn.
Beans.
Bean. I know a bean, yeah.
You know a bean?
I know beans.
Green beans, though.
Green.
Green. No.
Grey.
Yellow. Yellow corn.
Yellow food now.
Yes.
That sounds awfully strange.
Red
I
tomatoes.
like potatoes.
I like potatoes,
I
yes.
like mushrooms. I like groat when I can get it, but to be honest, it's a bit fatty.
Okay.
And I'm trying to look after myself because I've got my bad knee
Yes.
and I drink a lot. So I figured if I eat less groat, maybe I could drink a bit more. And when you get to my age, it sort of hangs over, you know.
Oh,
and I've got
I
my
know, yeah.
buckle there,
Yeah.
and it all kind of hangs over, and it gets very sore. So I think I should maybe take it easy, you know.
A lot of people would say exercise, just a quick walk. Even outside, you won't float away. But if you know, I know that's fine.
I have no interest whatsoever. When you live as long as I do, and you see all these wee bairns walking around with big ideas, talking about gnomes this and gnomes that, and big floaty things, and flying in the sky, and going on trains, you just think, you know what? Maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I took a walk off the cliff there. You know,
What?
I wouldn't do it, mind.
No.
But it'd be a simple way to do it, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah.
I'm only joking. Don't be crazy.
I'm getting a bit
Coming
shocked.
here talking about throwing yourself off a cliff. What's wrong with you?
I do apologise. I can apologise. Sorry for talking
That's what
about
being
this thing.
outside does to you.
Does it?
Makes you a bit,
Well.
yeah, your little hatch and your potato. See?
Yes.
You should stay indoors. Maybe send her out.
To the anvil? Or do we probe deeper?
You guys keep saying the word anvil. I know that one. There's no way we're moving that thing. No, unless you're going to list the
What's he
bones.
saying? His chin's going, I'm always saying something.
Yeah. We've hit on
He's
it.
flapping in the beard there.
It's not hidden. It's in the side of a freaking hill. It's I mean, you couldn't tell from like a distance.
Would it help if I got some of the overall sport?
How far is it?
lingo?
Can we see it from
Here.
from here? No, if we go out, can we see it? Is it in the hill?
No, it's quite a long way.
I wasn't here when we
Is it
lost
really
it.
long way?
It's the other side of the cliff, which is a fair walk away.
Is it?
If we'd been able to Castlevania things properly, then it would be a different story, but things fall apart. So, just saying.
Do you have a map?
No.
Does anybody here have a map?
No. Of the outside?
Yes.
There aren't a lot of maps, Wesley.
No. How do people know where to go?
Of all the guilds we have, cartographers never really caught on. Because basically we got the 5 doors in here, and that's pretty much all you need to know. So if you think about it, other than tourists, a bit soft in the head, come through the door,
Yeah.
nobody ever buys them. What good's a guild if nobody's buying what you make?
Who is buying what you make?
Who's buying what I make?
Yeah, not what you make, but what the guild makes.
Dwarves.
How many are there?
Well, there's me, there's Samduck, there's Bravel,
We
there's
don't need-
Holtis,
we won't need
there's
names.
Brigatotum, there's Volmoran. Well, you want me to keep going?
No, just
Yeah.
a rough head count. not names. What do you think?
It's probably...
How many do you know?
Well, I don't go in the comments.
You
So, take that as a read. I don't go there. I don't count. Because if you count them, you just get in there. You start counting them, before you know it, you gotta learn the names. You gotta learn who the cousins were. You
Okay.
gotta learn when they got married. You gotta learn what the grudges are. You gotta learn what they ate for breakfast. And before you know it, you're in there, you're one of them. You're not gilded anymore, you're just sitting on a dirt pile.
Dwarven society sounds so complex.
Hey, we like to keep it ordered in here.
Ordered.
Hey,
Yes. To the guild.
you're in the guild hall, this is here.
Oh, assemble the members.
Are we doing that now, alright?
I think so.
You seem very sure.
Yes, we're sure.
You sure?
Yes, sure. Are you sure?
No. But you seem to have a thing about you. You got that book, so how bad can it be? But if I end up in the comments because of you, I'm gonna make a gang. I'm gonna find out where your little mashed potato machine is.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put something in there you don't like.
And also, it's outside. You're going to float off. I'm afraid. That's not a threat. That isn't a threat.
sounded
but
like
it,
it.
but it is outside. Just
Yeah.
warning you.
No, I liked it. That was quite good.
Was it?
That
That's
was quite
right.
quick, actually.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
So you want me to call the guild hall then?
Please, yes.
Are you sure?
Please.
Yes.
You haven't spoken to your friends in your little willy woolly language there. You gonna tell them what's going on?
So are we on, what, the third horn?
Anvil!
Anvil! I like this one. He knows what it's about.
He does, yeah.
Can you make a constitution saving throw?
Nobody's eating the drumsticks. On drumstick. Or a handful.
I'll have a little drumstick. So I'll be right out.
It is
Well, I'm going to be sour.
12.
The ones with the little green. Not, but they're not sour.
It's a what, sorry?
12.
It's a 12. You're doing absolutely fine. You can keep going.
That's my biggest plus, that one. I'll just keep drinking.
Keep drinking all night long. Okay. He stands up. And he doesn't. You've noticed as he stands up, he's probably not that much taller stood up as he was sat down. He's roughly 4.5, kind of 4-ish foot tall.
Is he all torso?
Yeah. He's pretty much all tall, so a little stumpy legs.
Yeah.
Quite broad. He's not wearing a lot of armour, so you can see his kind of body, but he's very stout, as you can imagine. Big, thick arms. And you notice as he stands up, he's actually got several gold bangles and brass bangles on each arm. And he's actually got a fair few rings on each finger. And he stands up and says, "Right then, you lot, it's about time we got together now. These people are coming and they want to tell us something." From the other end of the hall,
They're assembling the guild.
you see a brass horn raise up. So he goes, "Is that you, Breville, over there?" "Alright, Vormari, keep it in your pants. They're just trying to get us all together so we can have a chat." "What are you talking about? You come over here and say that to me, you gobshite." I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. We might have to blank it out. "You say that one more time and I'll stort you. Now get together." The 6 people in the room. Do you get together? And they start kind of coming over to one end of the room. Right. There's various dwarves here, all of different ages. Vamori, who's the person who's just been mentioned, has this brass horn that he holds to one side. And he's very grey in the beard. And he has one singular beard that's clasped in a kind of a silver band. And it's his entire body, almost reaches down to his ankles. But there are roughly 6 of them. Funnily enough, 4 of them... Sorry, just choosing dwarves. 4 of them are male, and 2 of them are female. I can go through the lot if you so wish, but there's an assembly of dwarves that start slowly coming over. All of different ages, they kind of creak as they get out of the chairs. All of them have got one of these horns of beer. And they kind of gather, they awkwardly gather at the front of the room, they exchange certain words in Dwarvish, kind of small language. And then they gather kind of at the centre table. You notice they're a little bit awkward when they look around, there's so many places to sit. But they kind of generally position themselves after some shuffling around the second table along the row. They're sort of evenly spaced. This table is huge, it could fit kind of about 10 to 15 people, so having kind of 6 of them sat on it looks a bit odd. They've obviously kept one end of the table towards this 100-foot door free, and there's 4 places to sit.
First question is, do the dwarven women have beards? Is the legend true?
Is the legend true? They don't.
Cool.
Actually, they don't have beards. They're very well set.
Music.
Mm-hmm. Just a smidge.
Sorry, I just have to make notes as I go, otherwise I'm going to forget all this. They're very well set. They've got just as much kind of strength and stoutness as their male counterparts. Bountiful harvests and kind of big, strong bodies. They all have braided hair. You'll notice, kind of braided, normally out of their face and kind of braided back. Sometimes it's braided around their head and actually comes around one ear and over the other. Sometimes it's a single braid behind, but it's always kept off the front of their body. Cool. A few of them are wearing kind of leather aprons, and often some of them have gold rings and bangles. But they assemble around this table.
While all the sort of kerfuffle was taking place,
Yeah.
I'm hoping we've probably got 20 seconds in to have a quick tete.
You've got plenty of time. They're going to shuffle.
Yeah.
They're shuffling around. They're argy-barging around. There's much of the same blue language as previously used as they kind of titter.
Gobshite.
I think.
Are we going to gather in a circle? Awkwardly in a circle.
Yeah.
Heads
I
in.
think
So what the hell would you say?
the anvil is valuable to them. The book is valuable to them.
Okay.
And I suspect this lens would likely be valuable to them. I'd rather they didn't know about that. I think we can reveal the book. We can reveal we know of the anvil and where it is, but the longer we hold that as collateral, the more power we have.
Okay. Can we remember Can we remember the name of the anvil?
No, that's really escaped me after the whole sort of teleporting thing. It just completely popped out of my mind.
Because I remember a whole lot about it, but yeah, I have no idea now.
The Anvil of Life.
Was it just called the Dwarven Anvil?
History check, sure.
Something.
Memory check.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to tell you that.
I'd like to make a history check as to the name of that anvil.
It depends. If I can remember what it's called, then yes.
Oh, so it's not critical. Okay.
Yeah, it's not critical.
What are these little sweets here? What are they?
They are drumstick squashies. Do you like a drumstick lolly?
They are good.
It's a squashy version, and there's ones with little green patches. They are supposedly sour, but they are not sour at all. They just taste mildly sour.
That's true.
They
Yes.
are fantastic.
Yeah, they're very nice. They're very good.
How sour are we
They're on
talking?
for Uno Nugget in the co-op
Really?
at the moment. Yes,
That's a bloody bargain.
bloody bargain.
In this,
And while they're discussing the dwarven foods that they've been enjoying,
yeah, the trays of
Drumstick
she's also
squashies.
going to take
That's
this
now canon. There's various confectionery.
squashy sort of
Yeah.
sweet
I'm for the
food.
Guild of Confectioners. I make little wee squishy sweets. They don't sell very well, so take your fill now. Fill your boots.
Your one old boot.
We take the bones of a groat. And then we boil it until all the juice comes out.
Oh, yes.
And then we roll it out. Comes out like a fat, you know. And then we add all kinds of herbs and spices. And it goes into this squishy mass. And then we add a bit of milk. Just a wee bit to make it kind of opaque. Now, you don't want to know about the sour ones now, because... Oh! That's a secret.
Is it?
Sealed secret.
You've got to keep your secrets. Got to protect your IP.
We'll get the lens out.
Get the lens
While
out.
these three are
Okay.
conversing with the confectioner.
Very tasty sweets.
Why, thank you. Now, they don't really like them around here. And I'll be honest, of all the guilds, we have the lowest number of members. So if you were interested and you wanted to learn, I might be able to get you an audience with the guild hall like this one. But we'd have to deal with this business first.
Yes, let's get that over and done
Yes.
with first.
But
Yes.
after we've done that,
Yes.
and it turns out you're not a traitor, well, after that, maybe then.
Where's the traitor talk come from?
Well, I don't know what we're meeting about.
Okay, yes, true. Very true, very
Could
true.
go badly.
We
could-
barely do.
Yeah, well, yeah, neither do we.
Nobody's sent out an agenda now, and I find that a little bit suspect. Because the last time we didn't have an agenda, now that was probably way back in... Oh, it's probably 59 years. 59 years as the day is short. And last time, we were here, 12 hours, and I still don't remember what it is we spoke about.
Was
But all I
59
remember
years?
was somebody storted that filler over there, and now you can't hear out of his ear.
Do these meetings normally end with a snorting?
More often than not.
Right,
yes.
I will be
Yeah.
right. Okay, all right. I'll be prepared for that.
Well, just don't say anything controversial.
What happens if I wish to stoke someone? I don't want to.
Well, no, that
Like
depends.
That's a threat.
how
Surely that's a
bad
threat.
would it be if I
No,
was to
it-
stoke a dwarf?
No, it's a fair question, and it does depend.
Yeah.
Now, if it's pre-vote,
Yes.
and it's expected the vote won't reach a 2/3 majority,
Yeah.
right? And you stoke someone,
Yeah.
and that stotee was guaranteed to vote against what you were going to vote for,
Yeah.
then it's fine,
Okay. All right. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Any other scenario,
Yeah.
a little bit rude.
Right. I'm going to relay that to
Yeah.
Felix and
2/3
Castan.
majority guaranteed a vote against you. And normally, you know, we like to keep our understanding on our sleeve. You know,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
tend to
All
talk about it. So in which case, that's kind of fair.
So we can knock out the people that we know don't agree with the certain agenda to boost the votes in our favour. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes, that's
Right.
about it now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's
I will-
not deliberately that way, but
No.
you know, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of the way it works out.
Right. I'm definitely going to relay that to the guys just in case we
So
need.
some kind of low violence.
Yeah.
based,
I suspect Caston would
system.
like this.
Yeah.
I think he already knows this. This is how we would settle things.
Yeah. All right.
Is there any other way?
Yeah.
Just be ready because there might be some finger pointing.
Like, and had that not happened, that is what would have happened.
yeah. Excellent. Great. That's a great piece of information. Thank you.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Now you remember, if you're after a job,
I think this lad here. But to be honest, it's hard to tie him down, but he'd fit in very
he doesn't
well.
strike me as a confectioner. You know, we tend to have a look about this.
Okay.
You know,
He's
look at me.
eating a lot of the confectionery.
Well, actually, no. Maybe we could start him out as a tester.
Yeah.
You know, just to test him.
Yeah.
And then if he grows a big belly and kind of gets stronger,
Yeah.
well, actually,
He's-
he's pretty strong.
he's pretty
already,
strong,
actually. He could
absolutely.
probably hold the pot, but
Yeah.
he looks more like maybe a mason to me, or somebody who's got a whole lot of haulage, you know. But mind you, he'd be a good customer to have around, so I wouldn't mind him keeping him around. In fact, I'd quite like to get him a job with somebody else who can spend his money here. You know?
Oh, I see. Yeah,
I
I see.
You've got to think about these
Smart.
things.
He knows what's kind of happening, so he's just like he's standing and he's drinking his or like,
Looking
I
mighty.
imagine him with a hammer, you know, like we don't do a lot of hammering over in the confession.
What have you
I
got-
tried it, my old father tried to get me with a hammer now, and you know, that was probably, oh gosh, going back 200 years now. Probably 198.
Whoa.
And he got me with the hammer, you know?
Yeah.
And it took off 2/3 of his beard. What like that?
How sharp
Straight
was
off.
this hammer?
Well, I don't know, but it tangled up in there.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bald patch. Bald patch. And you know he wasn't allowed to eat. He wasn't allowed to eat. Your ma kept him in there, and he wasn't allowed to eat for many
I
years.
can imagine that's very embarrassing.
It was fairly
for
embarrassing.
an elderly dwarf to have no
Well,
beard.
now I had to go to my apprenticeship with his beard on a hammer, didn't I?
Oh, crikey.
And I couldn't get it off.
Oh, no.
So I didn't last very long.
No,
But luckily, the confectioners took me in, and I've done all right.
that's good.
I've done all
I'm
right.
glad to hear it, because you're an alright
Yeah.
fella.
Thank you very much.
You're an alright
I'm worried
fella.
it's going to die with me, though, because I'm the last.
The last alright fella.
No, the last. Well, yes. Now, you're not going to get a story. You're all right.
That's
You're all right.
It's alright.
No, I'm worried I'm going to be the last confectioner.
Okay, in the family.
They don't
yeah?
care for it much round
No,
here,
no.
and there's not very much. Well, it's just me.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you do want a job, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
I can set that up. Well, provided we get a 2/3 vote.
I may come back. I've got to find Goric first. That's very
Who's
important
got
to
it?
me.
Does he want a job?
I could do. I don't know what
Does
he
he like confectionery?
Sure, these are wonderful. Who wouldn't like these?
Oh, good.
So yeah, definitely.
What about your friend there? He's only young. He probably stay for a long time.
Yeah.
You like food?
You like food?
Doesn't
Food.
speak
Do
Dwarven.
you like food?
Food.
Oh, when? When were you in? His tummy audibly rumbles.
Yeah. He likes food. I will gesture and say in common that it is all free to eat.
Is it entirely?
Entirely, yes.
Okay. He starts to
free
fill
to
the
eat.
pockets of his canvas bag.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Assembled? Oh Lord.
Right then, Brewville, you've the one who started all this. Maybe you should introduce your new friends here in their strange ways. Now, does anyone mind if I use the common talk? I mind. Well, maybe then we should put it to a vote, and we should all decide right now. Only two of them can speak Dwarven, and it's a little bit rude. I mean, look at this fella; he seems to know what he's about. And if we just swapped over, now I'm
Currently
not,
just shaving.
Have you got a
with
war?
hammer.
Have you got your hammer?
I've got a little hammer.
Oh, on your little one. I don't know if you had a big war hammer.
Well, I'm still shaving with it. It's in the corner.
I think I've got a war hammer.
Shaving with my hammer is hardcore.
I'm shaving with a hammer.
no, we'd like to see what this fella here's got to say, and I think it'd be well easier if we all swapped the common tongue. Now, can I guarantee that you four will all vote in favour?
Yes.
Is that in common?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell your friend.
Yeah.
Do it quietly, because if they hear you, they're not going to like it, and people are going to vote against it.
We're having a vote.
No, quieter than that.
We're having a vote
Yes.
for which language to speak during this discussion.
Okay.
Please, when we ask for you to raise your hand,
Okay.
we are attempting
Does
to have a
my
majority for common. So
does
which
my
we-
tail count as
Yes.
another vote?
It will do, yes.
There's 2 votes. So.
2 votes, yes.
And can I confirm that we are not knocking out anybody that disagrees with us?
At the moment, I don't know. We'll see how close it is.
But it is an option.
It is an option, yeah. I'm gonna give Caston my warhammer as well.
So his little hammer.
I'm gonna give you my big warhammer because they like you.
Okay.
You look like you're like a miniature dwarf, and you'll be even more
Actually, yeah.
likable with this. Yeah, I'm gonna give you my warhammer for now. You're currently in hands of my weapon.
Now,
Yeah,
I,
just do what you want
Brewville
with it.
Greyhound from the Guild of Fine Small Items, would like to put forward that we put this guild hall assembly in session and we proceed in the common tongue to allow our friend here with the hammer and his dog to be able to converse with us now. All in favour, raise your hand and say aye.
Where's your hands?
Ah!
Tails!
Anyone who didn't raise their hand seemed to raise their hand when you did. The motion passes with a 2/3 majority.
Oh, fantastic!
No, he swaps to common, and you realise that his common's actually very good. Now, my esteemed guests from the mountain of Orlick. Now, hold your tongue. We haven't heard from them yet. From the mountain of Orlick, have come across certain items that they would like to prove are genuine. And if they prove they're genuine, I'm quite interested that we put forward a motion to allow them to get into Gilted Hall so they can check that it's genuine as well and be able to go forward and see if all the articles that they have found are in fact the genuine articles. Now, I think they've elected somebody to speak on their behalf, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to hand the field over to the UDA's now, and you can talk about the things that you found when you found them, and where you found them, and where they're going now. Oh, speak at once
I'm
now!
gonna-
We ain't got all day.
Hand the book to Wesley.
Oh no. Wesley's got an item.
I want to hear from the dog! Now, Darren Phelan, shut the hell up!
I've got a book.
I only voted so I could hear from the dog. Does he speak?
I do speak, yes.
Should we take it? No! We're not going to take a vote if he speaks. Just
What?
say something.
My friend Wesley will speak.
Oh no.
He does speak as well. He speaks quite well.
He does, he fights well as well.
Does he?
That's not a threat again, I'm sorry. I keep.
You're very violent.
I
man.
know!
You'll learn
Just-
that we don't take that kind of thing around here.
I do apologise, I'm sorry. I've got a book. What does the book say? I can't read. What does the book say?
Grudges are.
He can't
The
even
grudges of
read.
our
What's he
fathers.
doing here?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It warned us that an elf wouldn't go down well.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Send him back to the commons where he can
What
learn to
about? We've got.
Tell him about the mashed potato.
Yes, mashed
read.
potato.
Oh, is he mashed potato on it? No, eat your confectionery. Have a beer and shut the hell up.
Esteemed guild members,
Thank you.
you all. It was very nice to meet you.
Lovely beer.
Your confectionaries are delightful.
Oh, don't egg him on.
How do you produce such shape of compressed potato?
Well, we use a bit. Shut up.
Well, we'll stop the small
I'm
talk.
imagining one person here.
Yeah, many personalities. We bring forward a book of the grudges of our father. Now, can anybody here? I forgot his name now. What's his father's called again? What's it called?
We go back
No, I
a very
didn't.
long way.
I didn't. I wrote down the other guy.
I thought you wrote it down. So
No,
I
I
didn't.
wrote Valerie.
First name terms.
Hang on, no, I did write this
It's
down.
Oh,
Bear with
good.
me.
They've got notes.
One moment, please. Brewvale Greyhound.
Yes, Blue-Veiled Greyhound has said that he does not want to see or to read or to hear about anything from the book, from the grudges of our fathers. So for this item to be verified, does anybody here at this table have the authority
The
to
bravery.
at least, or the bravery, to look over this article?
A female dwarf stands up. She's got very kind of greying ginger hair that's kind of clasped behind her back. A tiny pair of brass spectacles. I, Duck Go to Duck Iron Tank.
Say that again, please.
Duck Grow Turk.
I'm gonna call you, do you mind if I call you Duck?
That's very kind of you.
Oh, lovely, thank you very much. Duck, yep. Duck Iron Hand.
Iron Tank.
Iron Tank, sorry. Apologies.
You had me at Duck. What are you doing after this?
We don't know
You
yet.
sticking it in?
We might be, yes.
Well, that's very lovely of you.
Ooh, baby.
Nobody knock him out now. Nobody stole this
Oh.
stuff. He needs his looks, you know.
Have you got this section in your manual?
In the field menu, that I will definitely, yeah, there will definitely be in how to talk
Series of diagrams.
to, yeah, how to converse with the opposite sex, which we can look at the moment. Hey,
But I of the Iron Tanks, as the guild librarian, would like to put myself forward to read the first article and make sure that this article is in fact the genuine article.
excellent. Where would you like the book, Duck?
Oh, please, I'll take a look now. No, you can't read it. What are you talking about? Don't listen to her. Last time she read something, she was telling us about working out there on the big sky, and oh, it was up there. She's got crazy ideas. You know what she's like? I think it's the hair colour, you know, the ginger.
To think.
I think it seeps into their brain.
What does Baronhurst Greymane? Where is he? I'm going to ask his opinion on Duck.
Is that a name you just made up?
It is, yes.
Because I'm checking the list and I couldn't see him anywhere.
It is a name I've just made up, yes.
I thought I might have told you about that, but no. No, we never heard of him.
What's it called again? Baron.
Oh, do you mean
Greyhound.
Brewvale?
Brewvale.
Greyhound.
Brewvale
Yeah.
Greyhound, yeah.
I don't want to read it.
No, but is he here? What,
Yes.
You're a very lovely fellow.
No, thank you.
Are you happy for Duck
Duck to read the book.
to read the book? Yeah.
Book,
Do you
Duck.
do you trust? Do you trust her?
Well, me and Duck go way back now. Did I
How-
tell you this story?
No. How
How
far
not?
back? You seem to be very whimsical but very precise at the same time. I
That's
like
about
it.
right.
I like it.
I'm
yes.
concerned that this is an official situation and that the personal stories may mix our message. No one
What message are you worried about now?
about the book.
What book?
The book of the grudges. Yeah, I'm
And
concerned.
you're worried about the Book of the Grudges, are you?
I don't know what your personal relationships have to do with this. The book of the grudges.
Well, that's very forward of you now.
Well,
I was only trying to make light of what, to be honest, is a very frosty situation we find ourselves in.
well, I'm fully aware. This is not a light. I don't. You shouldn't be making light of a non-light situation.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you come in here, tell us which stories we can tell and which ones we can't. You tell me a story about you now. Let me see if I kick off.
Okay, I'll tell you a story.
All right then.
Yeah. I once teleported from an elven city to a grass field.
Now, he's spent a lot of time outside, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, is that where you keep the hat on him?
I rode masonry as if it were a horse.
What's a horse?
City field.
A horse? What's a horse? Is that a common word that I don't know?
Do you have beasts of burden here?
Beasts of burden?
Yeah, like an
like a
ox.
groat.
A groat?
A
What's
groat.
I don't know what a groat
want-
is.
Oh, big thing, great big horns, you know, great big horns.
Yeah, oh, the
pulls
groat.
the potato plough.
Oh, yes. A miniature groat.
Miniature.
Probably taller, but probably a little smaller. Maybe. Maybe
That's
bigger.
horrifying.
I don't know.
And they're just gangling about the place.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Walking about the towns.
This is about we punch.
Yes, sorry. Back to the agenda. Are you
There's
happy?
no agenda. That's part of the problem. We're all talking about nothing.
Are you happy? Are you happy?
Somebody tell me what we're doing here.
We're gonna-
Oh wait, I know the book.
For the book.
Yes.
You happy?
Read it for crying out loud. You don't read it all day.
We can make a vote.
Oh, go on. Then
We'll
if you
vote.
have to.
We're going to vote for Duck to read the book.
How do you know it's going to go in your favour?
We can persuade them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on then, be persuasive.
Wave your warhammer.
That is pretty persuasive.
It's pretty
Oh, you got
persuasive,
my
yeah.
vote. I
Yeah.
think you should read it.
I guess
Somebody
yes.
else?
Anybody? Yeah. We're going to vote.
Oh, aye.
Caston
Oh,
wants
I
to
think
read
That's
it.
mostly a majority. I think we've got most of the people
2/3.
there.
Cool.
I assume Caston abstains, but that's fine.
We'll give the book to Duck.
She picks it up. It is clasped shut, if you remember. But you did manage to open it before, but she doesn't open it. It's this huge kind of brass-bound book. She opens it up, reads the first page. Okay. All right. Okay. Slams the book shut. It's big iron book. Slams it shut. Well, on a cursory reading, it does seem at least to be close to the real thing. I'd imagine it's probably a copy. But it's still pretty close. Now, where did you find it?
Where do we find it?
Sorry, Primus.
Renthari Primus.
It's quite a walk. Quite a ways away there. Going north, across the Romish lands there, and before you get to Sheedcap, take the left, through the gate. Then a long way there, past all the, those.
Do I know those?
You know those?
No, I don't think so.
You know, what's the word? What the word I'm looking for? You look like you know a few words.
Noose.
The noose, thank you. The noose! Behind the head there. Loads of them. You walk past
A
those.
noose is loose.
About the hoose.
Yes.
Did we
The
pass
moose
this?
used to be the hoose.
Did we go past this?
Then you go right,
You didn't.
I didn't know.
and then there's another gate there. In there.
Yes.
Way there.
Yeah.
I haven't been, I've just heard of it.
I've been in it.
In it.
Oh, it's a terrible place. They have bloody doors on the ceilings and all sorts. That is a place that you
Door
do.
in the
You
ceiling.
do float up.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Why would they put it on the ceiling
That's
if you just
what
spend
I
all
did.
your time on the floor?
It's the first place I'd come to. What a disaster it was.
Absolutely.
Trees are chasing you. Doors on the
That's
ceiling.
madness.
It was.
Never
madness.
trusted a tree in my life.
Have you not?
No.
I won't
saw
ever
a picture
again.
once. Never again.
Yeah.
No.
I'd only. Yeah. It was my first encounter of a tree. And
That's
tried
it.
to kill me.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I once fought a toilet.
Did you? No, we didn't start with that. That's a story. Do you have one too many? Stole it a bit.
I have had one too many.
Yeah.
That is an ailment I currently have.
Ailment. Very well. Very good.
Yeah. No,
That
I've
pun
had,
doesn't work in the Dwarven.
only works in common. Yeah, I fought a toilet. He fought a toilet. We won, and we got great riches.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of
Not gonna
So
lie.
I haven't trusted a toilet since I do my business elsewhere.
Ah, you did mention this.
I can't
You
validate.
didn't tell me that's why it was, but now we understand a little.
I didn't know about this, to be honest.
Have you seen the
I just-
pile over there?
I'm a bit worried now that Caston might do it. I apologise if Caston also does this. I thought it was a dog thing, but obviously not. No.
The hammer comes down.
Yeah.
in front.
It's obviously a traumatic shared experience here.
You've seen what we've seen.
No.
Well, the book seems to be at least a copy of the genuine article, which means that you're probably telling the truth. Now, why are we all here?
I don't know, to be honest. Why are we here?
We are in possession, sort of another artifact,
Potentially.
potentially.
And we've
maybe.
also hidden. We haven't hidden. Well, we have hidden.
It.
It's hidden, yeah.
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 It's a more important artifact.
Okay, so
Landrix is going to do a little bit of subtle messaging to Wesley in your head.
Oh, in my head?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the first time it's... Oh, God. It's the first time it's ever happened.
Saying, would like to see the king.
Definitely be.
what's wrong with your face?
I don't know. I just
You
heard
need to
something.
go to the
I just
toilet.
heard something in my head. I think I might do.
I can show you the way if you want. You can go into the guild terrace or just anywhere in the commons,
The
wherever
guild
you
terrace?
stand, just let it flow out of you.
Ow.
We'd like to see the king. She says out loud.
What's she talking about over there? They're having a private conversation at the guild meeting. You see it? He sees it.
Hammer's down.
Ah, you see it? Speak up,
Sorry.
lady, so we can all hear
We
you.
want to see your king! Okay,
Do you want to see the king?
yes,
What makes you think he'll talk to you?
because we're in possession of a very important anvil,
Oh, very important.
and you're all about anvils. You're the people of the anvils.
Well, you see.
Anvil people.
And you just lying about in Rinthari Prime and Anvil. How do you know it's ours?
It has a label on it.
Recites song lyrics from Anvil.
Are you actually going to recite? Do you know this song? Actually?
I like to insert some lyrics here.
Even though we've heard it about my memory, Landrix's memory's there, but my
I had a
memory-
song.
Or
Hey.
I've got that vibe like of the little boy singing in that town.
Oh, Lord Emric the Brave. That one. Yeah.
Demons, they come. I like that.
I remember him. It was a bit of scragging after that. You go scragging down here? That's got to be a dwarven thing.
Did you hear it on the radio?
Yeah.
Don't know what you're talking
I've heard about a lot of things. Just never seen it. Yeah. No. I don't know. Oh, shame.
Scraggins in the manual.
Yeah, it sounds brutal. But people,
Dragon, you got a story of you?
people love it. I haven't
Tell me
known.
about that. Oh, right.
I've only heard about it.
Well, you tease. You lure me in with a story and you say no. That's not very kind.
These people have some very interesting stories.
Say,
They do.
you tell me about this anvil then. Come
Oh.
on, you see.
What
What
an
anvil?
anvil-
Nobody knows anything about it.
We're an anvil at Renthari Prime. Dwarven. Dwarven text written on it.
Text, you say?
Text,
So what
yeah.
text were on? That's nothing normal.
It was a song.
What song?
I can't remember, I'm afraid. Caston normally sings the song.
Oh, gold! Was it about gold? Magic Anvil!
No, that is a very good song. I'll give you that. And it mentions gold, does it?
It mentioned
Pure gold, maybe.
mentioned children
Children.
and not being able to have children.
The room goes very quiet the first time. So what are we gonna do about that? Well, I've got the book. And that probably means it's genuine. Okay, well, go and get it from your hiding place. Bring it here and we'll take a look.
What is that going to... What happens if we bring it here? Because we really do need to seek an audience with your king.
No. We're guild members. That means we have a certain sway around here. But we cannot give you an introduction to the king. We can give you an introduction to the Gilted Hall, maybe. If there's a majority vote, but you've got us all hooked.
What happens when we don't have anything to trade? When we get to the Gilted members and we've ran out of things. We have no anvil or no book anymore.
We're not going to give it. You're not going to give it to us. We don't want this.
We don't want it?
No, of course not. What are we going to do with the magic anvil?
No one said magic.
Done. Done. Done!
I don't think you quite know what you're in possession of now.
No.
And I think it's better for everyone involved if we find that anvil and we bring it back here and we put it where it belongs.
We know what it is, and we know what it's worth.
Well, good. That probably means you know a damn sight more than me now.
Yeah.
The anvil was made for a purpose. That purpose isn't exactly well known, and it would be very good if it was found and brought back.
We can do, but we're going to need to speak to your superiors. It's a long way away, I'm not going to lie.
We're gonna need some gross.
It's a long way away.
Okay. So you want to go into the Gilted Hall, and you want to tell the Gilted members that you maybe once saw an anvil.
But we didn't want to see an anvil, we wanted in possession of an anvil.
And by once, yesterday.
Yes.
So yesterday you just put an anvil under a pile of leaves and just hope that it'd still be there. You've been out there, you know what it's like. What if it's floating up in the sky and it's gone forever?
An anvil can't float up to the sky. It is too heavy.
Well, that's good for you to say. Your head's already
I'm
up
talking
there
to
up
you.
among the clouds there, with your big gangly horses walking around, walking around all over the place. Now I trust him. I'm quite fond of him because he's got a good story to tell. He's alright. Not sure about you.
Side question: has anyone put their mobile phone near mic cables? Please don't do that.
We
Thank
want-
you.
No, rich.
Yes, not a plugged in mic cable.
Yeah, don't do that.
Is that not in the field manual?
It's a big field manual.
That's just Wesley's aura. He just gives that off. That's the radio waves come
Oh
through.
gosh, yeah.
But if that what you want, I mean, we can vote on it.
Have you ever heard of a godly anvil? Sounds like it's been struck from the sky. Do you have any legend about that?
Yes.
You do?
Oh yes.
This lady here could tell you a thing or two about legendary godly anvils striking. 4 of them potentially. Does that mean anything to you? One may have come to pass.
I've heard of it.
Have you? I believe Elantrix you might want to have a chat
I
about
don't think he has.
godly. You don't think he has? You think he's lying?
I don't think they're worthy of this story.
Do you not think?
Oh, you can't lead us in with a story like that and not tell it.
I've only got piecemeal from the story, but I believe Elantrix has studied a story.
I think
But it-
the king would have to be here
Yeah.
for the rest of the story.
The king is in the guild hall. Well, not in my lifetime.
Have you even seen the king in your lifetime?
Why would I be able to see the king? Come on, I'm a guild member.
How do you even know there's a king now if you haven't even seen him?
Outsiders, honestly, the sun just creeps through your head. You start seeing crazy things, saying you want to meet kings. Some of us are quite happy with our lot in life, you know. Some of us are quite happy with the work that we do.
Some of us don't have ideas about running off on a great big horse, flapping about in the breeze, with dangling about there. Some of us don't think about that kind of thing. I know what I know, and what I know is good. He's there. I promise you.
Okay.
I got a picture of him.
What, you, like a painting?
No, like a stone carving of him.
Did you keep it in your pocket?
No, it's huge.
It's on the wall.
What do you think I got trousers made of iron?
Yeah, I don't
Oh, he
know.
must be a dwarf. Got a big iron pair of trousers.
Could have been only this big. You
Well, that
know,
would have been an idea, wouldn't it?
I've seen the
Torque the Mason.
I've seen the guild work on
You could
that
do-
anvil.
You could do a whole line of small pictures. Couldn't you?
You could have done, yeah.
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
And people could carry him around.
You could. You could have ones of
In
your.
case you forget what your loved ones look like, you'd be
Exactly.
like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, you-
Oh, yes, me wife.
It's to show your wife off to the other people you
You
meet down the
beg your
queue.
pardon you talking about my wife. I'll stalk you.
Oh, sorry, sir. It's, I don't know. It's you know she's taken, and when people talk about your family back home, you can make a connection.
Pictures of people you want to keep.
I haven't got a family.
What's wrong with you?
It's only what I've heard. People do it all the
Come out the
time. Like.
mashed potato shoot. There you go. There's your wife on a little piece of paper. She's lovely, but you don't get to see her. That's what you get.
It's the field folk up top that do that. It must be the sun. I've not seen it. I've only heard of this. It must be the sun. Yeah,
You think
mushing
you're
their
connected a bit
brains.
more than that?
It's a good time for a break. We got Fuzzy Mike, so I need to have a bit
Fuzzy Mike. How do you know Fuzzy Mike?
Hey baby,
Fuzzy.
How do you know my stage name?
it's Fuzzy Mike.
It's probably a good time for a break there,
Yeah.
everybody. Thank you very much for
gonna
listening
shave
to
Fuzzy
us.
Mike with my hammer.
We're gonna go shave Fuzzy Mike,
Oh,
and we'll go from there.
yeah, we'll
Somebody's
see.
checking out the Fuzzy Mike.
You found it.
Yeah, we'll go break there.
Man,
Thank you, everybody.
Oh,
We'll have a little
Jack
short
Fuzzy
break,
Mike.
probably 8 of your
Jack,
minutes.
Fuzzy Jack.
8 of your
Jack.
Fuzzy Elandrix.
After the break, we're going to meet Fuzzy Mike.
Fuzzy
Fuzzy
Mike.
Mike.
hello. Fancy meeting you here.
Testing.
Any hisses?
Oh, did I turn
Thank you
mute?
for pointing out the hiss in our microphone. Our technical team, we can afford a technical team, are on it. Well, we can't afford as a new cable, but we'll manage that. So yeah, we are currently in testing mode to make
They're
sure.
based in the Netherlands.
Are we
though,
off
so
yet?
it's-
I'm tapping.
As Caston hisses into his microphone for a protracted period of time.
Can you hear me tapping?
Yeah.
Tap,
Okay.
yeah, we get tap, tap, tap. That's what you tune in for, isn't it? Is the
We're
online
good.
test.
We might have to lean in a bit when we speak, but apart from that, we'll be fine.
Ooh, sensual.
Lean into it.
You've been invited to be on a podcast.
Have I?
Yeah.
Do I have to speak in a Scottish accent?
No,
the
you
whole
have to
time?
hiss into the mic. though.
I'll do that. 20 minutes of pure hissing with Oliver Jack 7.
Catch up with them later.
Ah,
Fuzzy Jack.
fuzzy.
Fuzzy Mike.
Fuzzy
Fuzzy
Mike.
Mike.
Fuzzy Mike.
Fuzzy mic.
I think it was a Fuzzy Jack, though, wasn't
It
it?
was a fuzzy
In the
jack.
end,
It
it
was
was
actually
Fuzzy
a fuzzy jack,
Yeah.
which is what we know him as, but only to his friends. So don't
Yeah.
spread that around if you
Yeah.
don't mind. Right, well, where are we? We're talking about the book.
And yeah, Anvil.
And the anvil, that's where we were. Sorry, I just feel like... Did anyone feel for a moment that we were here for about 8 minutes?
You don't know minutes.
Yeah.
What's a minute? This is the problem. You invite people in from the outside and all of a sudden you get these crazy ideas. Somebody told me about an horse wandering around, gangling about. I remember that. Right, you want to go and see the Gilted members. I think that's what we were talking
Please.
about. I just don't think you're ready for it.
I don't think
You're a bit young. How old are you?
I'm old.
How old?
I'm about 320.
Bloody hell, that is old. You look very young.
I'm very fit. I spent a lot of time
Well, show me.
press ups.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I don't know, pick something up that's heavy.
How high can you jump?
Not very high.
No,
I've got
I
a bad knee.
Oh, of course. What do I'm going to pick up?
Or anything. Something heavy. What about her?
She's
Go on,
she's
pick
not
her
that
up.
heavy.
Nice.
I'll,
No.
I'll pick her up. Is it okay if I pick you up a Landry? I'll pick her up. She didn't say no, so...
She
You're
weighs
gonna resist.
110 kilograms.
Oh, easy. Yeah, I can
Easy.
Easily
Bench press
pick- Yeah. Yeah, I'll
Throw her up
kilograms
in
or
the
pounds?
air. Go on, Greg, get
Pounds.
into it.
I'll throw her up.
Kilograms is heavy.
I'll throw you up into the air.
Wow.
Way!
A lot heavier than I am.
You've been thrown up into the air. I will catch you. It's not wrong.
What's your...
It's up to you.
Yeah, go on, roll an athletics check.
She smells kind of awkwardly.
It's just rigidly thrown in the air.
It's a powerful 9.
9. That's
Yeah.
not huge, is it?
It's not
That's a very
huge,
small-
no.
You slip a disc.
I do. I've slipped. I am getting old. Well, I am old.
How's your knee?
My knee was okay.
You looked a little bit rigid for a minute there. She didn't seem to be... Do you got... You're not...
Together?
No. You don't seem it.
No.
No.
This is-
She didn't seem to like that very much. In fact, it was awkward for all involved.
It was you suggested it.
I was only joking.
Oh.
You don't
sorry.
just grab women and throw them up in the air. You're not a politician.
No, I thought that was. I thought.
You're not a politician, are you?
No.
No, what's with the tie then and the hat?
Oh, this is official away team uniform. This
Is that
from the Bureau. Yes.
is that what they send you out in when you go out there? Do you tie that tie there
I
to
thought
a
that was a
tree?
Matt Hancock joke.
Stop you floating away.
No, this is just dress code uniform. Standard issue.
Code uniform.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
There's a beige suit I've got as well. It's called a suit.
Right. Can I speak to somebody else about going? I don't really want to speak to you because I don't trust you very much, to be totally honest. And we're all about to vote on this. And you're not very endearing. I think that's the problem with the elves. They come across as a little cold. You know? I mean, you haven't had a drink since we've entered.
Should take a drink
Oh, well done.
and
Well done there.
have a...
Go on. Don't be polite.
Would
Have a
you
little
like to
sip.
drink with a Landrix? A Landrix is on me.
Do you sing songs?
Yes,
Go on then.
that's my only song.
We're all getting into it now. Lantrix is having a drink. You're here singing your song.
Yes,
Do you know anything else? Maybe anything about delights?
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that one. I know.
No!
I know we're wasting a shit ton of time. That's another thing I know.
Is it?
This
Is that another way of measuring time, minutes, and shit tons?
This political system is very confused.
It is.
Yeah.
But you want to go into the Gilted Hall. You'd like us to vote on it.
Yeah. Yes.
You would?
I'm quite drunk.
Okay.
So.
Are you still drinking?
Yes.
Roll a Constitution save.
Of course I am.
And while you're at it,
Not well. 2 plus 4, I think it's 6.
Oh, you get a +3 on a saving throw if you're within 10 feet of moi.
9. So I'm less sober when I'm near you.
powerful 9.
Yeah.
You still have advantage on
charisma.
charisma saves if you're talking to a dwarf.
Yes,
Charisma based rolls if you're talking to a dwarf. You still have disadvantage on intelligence saving throws in general. You now class as exhausted.
Oh, God.
Not that again.
Oh, jeez.
Is anybody else still drinking? Irontrix has had her first sip. I'm not going to make you roll. Wesley, are you drinking?
I haven't drunk yet, no.
No?
I've never had an alcoholic beverage.
Oh, there you
You
go.
can't keep this chiseled. If he lifted his shirt
Are
up,
we
he
still
is-
talking about Matt Hancock?
Yeah, we might be, to be honest. Wesley, for an old guy, is absolutely chiseled. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, he just eats mashed potato and crunches. He just sits in his little box, listening to the telephone, just working out.
Caston?
He primarily went to snacks, but the snacks disappeared, so yeah, he's back.
Back
on,
drinking.
back
Can you roll me a
back on
Constitution,
the booze.
Constitution saving throw, please?
I'll re-roll that. 'Cause it's a 1.
Oh, you got lucky. Well done.
How'd you get?
24.
You get to re-roll ones.
24.
I don't take natural ones.
No
Natural
way.
ones. Not
Plus
if you're-
3.
not if you're a halfling.
He headbutts the
You were within
world into
10 feet.
submission.
Because of your excellent rolling so far, you can gain the benefits of having advantages on charisma save. Let me try again. Maybe I need to take a charisma roll.
You need a drink.
I need a drink. Can you get advantage on rolls that are charisma based if you're talking to a dwarf? You have no ill effects.
Okay, well, I'm just going to shout, "We vote now!"
No, I agree with him. I think it's about time we got ourselves together and took a vote. I vote in favour. Who else votes?
I do.
Introduction to the Gilted Hall. That is a 2/3, only just mind, but we'll take it.
It was the same person from this, because we've had 2 votes. Has the same people voted against us?
That is right.
Right, we're going to take note of who those 2 or 3 people are in case we need to spout some people.
Oh,
Give them a good
they were-
spouting.
Felix is going to stare at
Nah.
them through
Who are they?
There was-
slightly closed lids.
There's an individual with a big grey beard. It's not bound in any way. It's just kind of a big, bushy grey beard. Balding on top, kind of thin hair combed over. And they've got a big black...
Is it combed all the way over?
all the way, like one
Yeah.
side to the other.
Yeah.
Like bald apart from the one solid comb over.
Beautiful.
Is it like
Yeah.
an exquisite comb over like Trev's that you wouldn't know it was a comb over?
Exactly. Yeah,
I
it's
didn't know
that
it for
kind of-
years, honestly. I thought it was. I didn't know. I didn't see it. It was years. What a surprise that was when I found out. Incredible.
In addition, he's wearing a black cloak that kind of covers all of his back. So that's one. The other one is a female dwarf who is wearing a chain harbuk, if you like. She's not wearing a tabard or anything like that, but she just has one gauntleted hand.
I want to know what their problem is with all this. What is these people?
They don't really like Exodus very much.
No.
They don't talk very much either, as you probably noticed. I think the last couple of years they've gone for Gilted membership, and we've all kind of thought they weren't worth their weight, if you know what I mean.
This is personal.
I mean, one of them makes capes. I mean, that's not even a thing. You know?
A cape?
A cape. They
Oh,
just
yeah.
they make a guild that makes capes. You're not going to guilt that, are you?
Okay, no,
Nobody wants to talk to the best cape maker in the world.
I would like
know.
to talk to the best cake maker in the world.
The cake, not cake, cape, cape. You wear it
What?
on your back.
I'm very drunk. What? Well,
I like him. He's all right.
I have
He's
one of
alright,
those
he's
as well.
You want a cape?
Yeah.
Well, you need to talk to. I'm going to try and pronounce his name, but I'm going to struggle. So bear with me. Dallo Doc Oxenback. He's the
Yeah.
guy in the black cape.
Dallo.
Wonderful sense of style.
Mm.
Nice boots. Got stars on his boots. Where it's a nice cape.
Is it Dallo, did you say?
I've got
Dallo
Dallo.
Duck.
Does his cape look like it maybe augments his charisma or anything at all?
Possibly. Hard to tell.
Awesome.
Why-
Duly noted.
Why do dwarves need capes? Generally, people wear capes to keep the weather off them, but there's obviously no weather in
Well
here.
done.
That's not true.
That's why he's not guilted from our mind.
Okay.
Nobody's going to want that.
If the ground rumbles, it rains dust. Surely.
That does happen from time to time.
Told you.
Hmm?
That is a good thing.
Stars are outdoor things.
But you notice, if somebody's going to rob you and store you, what do they wear?
Cape.
Hooded cape.
I've never been robbed or stoted.
Haven't you?
No.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's due one.
It's about time.
Is it?
Yeah. Not from me, I think you're alright.
Thank you.
Anyway,
You too.
you've passed, so I suppose you can meet the members now. They're probably going to be a wee bit angry we sent you through. They're not Bens no more, you know, they know their way about.
Do they speak common?
Unlikely. Well, they might do.
Okay.
They probably speak lots of languages, you know, they're very impressive people, the Gilted members. You have to be of a very high standard as a dwarf to be Gilted now. You have to be the best of your craft, and you have to be voted for unanimously in the guild hall. And that doesn't happen every day.
What, can you help us with what is the proper address to somebody of that status?
Ah, your lordship.
Your lordship.
That's right.
To all of them? And your
Well, to all
ladyship
of
to the.
No.
There's no ladies on in the Gilted member.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Oh yes, but they're lords as well.
All lords.
All
yeah.
lords again.
That's right. We don't have ladyships. That's not really a thing here.
No, that's fair enough.
No. You find that the higher a dwarf gets, the less it kind of matters. The commoners are bothered about gender and that kind of thing, but generally the older you get and the more you stick around, nobody kind of notices. It's only really for figuring out things when you've got nothing else to do. You know?
No. But
You
yes.
get to a time when all of that stuff's behind you, and you probably don't even notice anymore. You know, you're not going around saying, I'm a man, I'm a woman. It's not really something that we care about. You know, we've got work to do.
Sounds like a very progressive society.
No, we're just busy.
Oh, that's
Very
fair
busy.
enough, yeah.
Commoners are worried about that kind of thing, but when you've got a lot to think about, it kind of goes out of your head.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't really think about it. In fact, the rumour is that if you're on the Enclave, you're not allowed a gender.
What's the Enclave?
Oh, well. Now we're about something.
How many levels are we going to have to get through before we
You
can
could
get
be
to the
here
gate?
for some time.
Okay. Okay.
You're lucky I didn't send you through that door to the commoners area, because that's what I was going to do.
Whoa.
And you would have spent the whole session in there now. Yeah, but you've skipped that bit, so well done.
Excellent. Nice one. Thank you.
Well done. I'll just throw away that
We can go back.
few pages there that I've planned. But don't worry,
Hours of work.
I'll find a way to get that back in at a later date.
Lovely. Yes. Yes.
So, you're going to need this. He takes out a key, brass key, and he just hands it to you.
Thank you.
That'll get you through the door. If you don't mind, as you go through, you'll find a bin on your left. Put the key through there. Shut the door. Well, shut the door first, then put the key through there.
Okay.
And then that'll come back to me, because that's my key.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But I'm not allowed through, you see? Because I'm not a Gilted member.
But neither am I.
But you've got the key. Because I gave it you.
Okay.
You see?
Okay. Yeah.
But you've got to go through and you've got to put it in the bin.
Yeah.
It'll come through the pipe there, and I'll be waiting.
Okay.
You'll see me wee hand at the bottom.
Yeah.
And I'll grab it, and then I'll have it back. For the next member who becomes Gilted.
Have we just become gilded?
No, no! It's an audience, don't get ideas.
Okay.
I heard there was cake.
Yeah.
They might be.
It might be
They
cake.
might be. I don't know. I've never been.
Shall we go?
One last question.
Okay.
How many dwarves are here?
6.
6. Why so many chairs?
Well, there used to be a lot of us. There's not that. Yeah, there's less of us now.
Think of the song. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Not so many little ones.
No bins, not been any in a long time now. I don't go to the commons. Could be they're all breeding like rabbits. They could be packed in against the door for all I know, but not many have come through for apprenticeships in a long while. And you'd think, if you're living in there,
maybe you'd have ideas to become an apprentice and maybe be gilded, you know. But we haven't seen any in a while, and there's not as many coming through as there used to be. As all. And I don't remember why.
Cool.
What does this do?
Have we got
How does
our
this
stuff
work?
back? We got the book. Or have
Yeah, they
kept
didn't
it?
seem to want to keep it. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm happy to give it.
I don't. I was afraid they were going
Yeah. Okay.
to have it. Cool.
But they've folded the corners.
Just as far as she got, she followed the corner, closed it, just so she remembered.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye, Duck.
Good luck. If I don't see you again, I imagine you got a wonderful job. Find yourself a partner and settle down. But I hope to see you again because you're quite nice. Haven't made my mind up about you, but that's all right. You
Sure.
guys, wonderful. You're welcome back whenever. I can show you my little stone tablet with my wife one day. I'm only joking. Don't have one of those. That'd be really strange. But if you ever do come back, I'm on the Gilded Terrace. You'll know which one's mine because in front of my house, there's all these little tiny things that I've made to show people how good I am at making really small things. And you can come and I'll show you around. I'll show you the lovely place we live in. And you can come and see it. Right?
Sounds wonderful.
That's all right. You're welcome whenever.
Lovely.
You come, you've done a good thing. Nobody's stored anyone, which is quite surprising actually. But maybe we'll get into that when you leave.
My friend was probably looking forward to it. Got stalked in.
Well, it might happen. You've got a few rooms to get
Nice
through.
to go.
Here. It could happen.
To the next room. It's been a pleasure.
It's been wonderful, Wesley. Thank you very much.
Thank
for coming
you.
in.
Dwarven hospitality is
Good.
fantastic. Yes.
He points you towards a door, and in the back wall, you'll notice there's a door on the left-hand side and a door on the right-hand side, and he points you towards the right-hand side door, so in the far corner. Funnily enough, the one on the far right has the common hall written across it, and the one on the back corner has the Gilted hall written across it. And a huge writing, it's probably 3 foot tall across the top of this door. He points at it.
Cool. Let's go.
No need to wait around now, we're not getting any younger. Thank you. Get yourself through. They won't know where you're coming, we haven't told them, so good luck.
Cool. Let's go.
You head over to the door.
Yeah.
Leroy Jenkins.
It's a big old stone door, and much like the door you came through to begin with, you can just about see the outline of a door in the stone. It's almost like hewn in the stone. There's a keyhole dead centre. It's obvious what you do. You guys are adventurers. You put the key in the keyhole. Who's turning the key?
Not
Just
for me,
so I
I've
know?
never seen it.
Elantrix.
Alarm tricks. Cool. You turn the key. There's a wonderfully smooth movement to say that everything else is made of stone. So it's quite surprising, actually. You're expecting almost something. You almost put your weight into it and realise that it turns really smoothly. The stone actually much like the front door, comes outwards towards you, and it glides out. It's almost like it's on a lovely lubricated bearing as it kind of comes out. And then it does just swing on its axis. So it does just swing open. And again, it feels effortless. This door must weigh half a ton, but just seems to move very smoothly. It's fairly dim lit as you go in. The room's roughly half the size of the one you're in. In the centre, there's what looks like a table, but it's actually a gigantic anvil in the centre of the room. But it almost is stationed, if you like, that it looks like a table. And there are huge, what looks like vents, if you like, or some kind of like avenues chiselled into the ground that go towards this anvil at a slight angle, so they all seem to be travelling down, and there's 6 of them almost in the shape of a star that come down. Other than that, it's lit by 4 torches, one on each wall, and that is all you can see. That's in the room. As you step in, you do notice there are doors on the back wall and on the wall to your left, but that's all you can see for now.
Are there any doors the size of the anvil?
Any doors the size of
Yeah.
the anvil? No.
How did you get in here? How did you...
Have you ever seen a ship in a bottle?
Like, you can't fold an anvil. Or can Can you
Spoiler alert.
can you fold an anvil? That's going to make moving the anvil a lot easier.
You do notice as you walk in, as there is the bin that was mentioned on the left-hand side of the door.
Key bin.
The key bin. The key bin.
Do any of the doors in the room have keyholes on them?
They do actually, yeah. The one in the far back, in fact, both of them do. The one in the far back of the room and the one on your left-hand side as you walk through, both have keyholes in the
Do you
door.
want to try those before we put the key away?
Just give me a second. He's going to put his hand into the bin and see if there's any more keys in there.
You open up the bin and it's like a chute, if you like, that goes back through the
okay.
wall.
Yeah.
So it does just travel back through.
Good idea.
And funnily enough, as you go in, you notice that. What are you doing in here? I'm waiting for my key. Shut the door and give me the key.
Okay, I think we should put it back. It's polite. They've been
Shall we-
nice now. We can look through the keyholes though,
Should we quickly try the two locked doors?
like the honeybee inn.
Can we? The Lantrix would like to just test the two doors that are locked or have keyholes.
Yeah.
That either of them move. She doesn't want to open them the whole way.
Oh, just without using a key, just gonna try and push it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're solid stone. It's
Okay.
like-
I love
She's
the
got
idea
the
that she
key.
just runs around the room.
She's gonna quit. She'd like to quickly just try the key in both those.
Yeah, you can absolutely try that. Which one are you gonna try first? The one on the left or the one dead in front
I
of you?
guess she'd do the nearer one first.
Yes, there's one on the left. You stick the key in the lock. You go to turn it. How hard are you going to turn this thing? It doesn't move easily, but it does move.
Just a little bit more.
A little bit more. You hear a click.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing else seems to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Is this a good idea, you think?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
She's not going to try the other door.
We leave that one unlocked,
Yeah.
and then we'll
Mm.
put the key back.
Let's pass the key back to Wesley.
Yes, I'm going
as,
to go put
as bearer of the key.
I shall put it back in the chute.
Nice.
Thank you!
Yeah.
As it sails
Shoot it
away.
down. No problem. And the door's shut behind you. Right? So you're in this room. There's this anvil. There's a big door in front of you. There's a door on your left that clicked. Nobody knows what that means. But there is this anvil dead in front of you. Some time passes, probably long enough for you to start to feel like this is a bit odd, because you're just in a room with 3 locked doors with a big anvil.
Oh, no one's in here.
Nobody's in here. No.
Oh.
Roughly about 10 minutes passes, kind of long enough for you to kind of think, what the bloody hell's going on? Finally, the door in the back wall pushes out towards, it comes out towards you by a couple of feet and then swings on its axis. A very elderly dwarf comes through. He's in a robe, which is black, and it has a golden hem. And it's actually got golden hem around the sleeves and around the base of the robe, also on the inside inlay. As he moves, you notice the inside of his robe has actually got gold and silver embroidering on the inside as it kind of swashes. And he walks in, and he's kind of bent over, and he's got a wooden, kind of like a, it looks like wood, but it's actually probably like some kind of rust and metal staff that he's got in his hand. And it clinks as he touches the floor and walks in. No, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Who might you be?
Wesley Debenham!
Oh, you've got a wonderful voice there, son.
Knew that would work. Well met, your lordship. This is Felix. This is
Oh,
Caston.
you're using the correct title. Well done. Sometimes you get insiders in and you don't know what they're going to be like. But you're all right.
You all seem a wonderful group of individuals.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Excellent. We've come bearing a couple of items.
Have you?
And a couple of stories.
Right.
And a couple of secrets.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Thank you. Really nice to hear. And what are you?
My name is Lantrix.
Nice to meet you, Lantrix.
Nice
Long
to
time
meet you.
since I've seen an elf.
Yes. Thank you for welcoming us into your home.
That's quite. This isn't my home. I don't live here.
Thank you for
It'd be
welcoming
very
us
drafty, wouldn't it?
into the Anvil
Very
Kingdom.
cold.
You need a
Thank
cape.
you. I need a what?
You need a cape.
We thought about it for a while, but I don't think he's cut out for the kind of work we do, you know.
It's just a joke, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Don't
I
have to
thought
waffle
you were saying some
humour.
kind of I thought it was a genuine thing
Was
we
it?
were talking about.
I'm
there.
sorry, yeah.
Sorry. And hello, nice to meet you.
We're talking Dwarvish here or common?
He's speaking the commentary.
Oh, excellent.
Your lordship.
Thank you. Nice. I'm not going to do that again. Get a terrible level of vertigo. You know, when you look up in the air and everything starts spinning, you must feel like that all the time when you're outside, the whole world's spinning before you.
Yeah, pretty much everything is too big.
Yeah.
Way too big.
I have thought about making everything smaller.
It's tough on your old shoulders when you're stretched for the door handles all the time.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it just makes me just want to smash them down with my sword.
Ah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Nah, that's good. You're a
It's
combatant, are you? You like fighting things.
It's pretty much all I do.
Is that right?
Yeah, that and I'm charismatic.
You look it.
Yeah.
Very attractive, if you don't mind me saying.
Oh, thank you very much.
You don't look very old. How old are you?
I am 5.
5.
You're welcome.
Wow. Is that because I don't understand your language, or is that genuinely 5 years you've lived?
Yeah, very few. Yeah.
Very few.
I've killed a lot of things.
Have you?
Don't know,
That's very
yeah, I used to
impressive.
find the old arena. I'm Felix.
I can see why they sent you through.
Yeah.
Are you their leader, are you?
You're a de facto leader, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
In an event, then that's what I do.
That's good.
I lead the charge, first in, last out.
That's very. As you notice, he takes a silver flask out of his pocket and unscrews the lid. Just takes a swig.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sorry, it's a bit late in the day for me. You know,
Well, okay.
keeps my hands steady.
Yeah.
I'm not as good as I used to be, you know. For a minute, I thought you looked like a dog.
Yeah, it's because, I'm not a dog.
No, of course
Yeah,
you're not.
I'm definitely
You're
not a dog.
walking around and talking. I know what a dog is.
Exactly, yeah.
Little thing, rip, rip, that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, they bark
We have
at me.
dogs here, you know, and we're not mad. We keep them. They're quite useful.
Where do you keep these dogs?
Well, they live in. Well, some live in the commons now. I don't know because I don't go there. And I'm told the guild keep them quite a lot. But I've got a dog. He's quite nice. Yeah,
Duly noted.
yeah. He's a good man. He keeps me company and keeps me warm now I'm old. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look after him.
Nice,
fact,
nice,
one of
nice
them-
little cage.
No, I don't keep him in a cage. Why would I do that? I live in a small house already. No point putting him in a. Why would you have a house and then keep a dog in a smaller house? You know, that's kind of strange. And ever since my wife passed, well, he keeps me company. You know.
Alright.
Well, he's not a dog anyway.
Yeah, I know.
And he
He's
tried
a
to
small,
die.
small hairy child.
He tried to die me once, but I've got this rare skill, so I kept him alive for a little bit longer.
What's this rare skill?
Maybe he's
Well,
got the same thing you got.
A Gilted member.
What have I got?
Oh.
The field manual?
The clerical wisdom. You're a paladin, aren't you?
Oh no.
I am wrong.
But I guess technically he is a
Okay.
paladin, but his power is bestowed
Okay.
from the bureau.
The bureau.
Yeah.
So
Just
who am I
given Bureau
talking
de
to?
Change.
What's your name? Sorry, young man.
Wesley.
Wesley, nice to meet you.
Wesley Debenham.
And what's your name? You're probably 500,000 years old, is that right?
100 and
Oh,
Something.
just a wee bit.
20.
Just a wee bit. How? What's your name? Sorry,
Atlantic.
Elantrix.
I just told you that.
It's nice to meet you. And what's your name?
Wesley Debenham.
Wesley Depp.
Well met, your lordship.
Nice to meet you,
And
young
your
man.
name?
And you don't. And you. Sorry, I just keep. For some reason, I think you're a dog.
I'm
What's-
very hairy, so
You,
it's,
you got a lovely amount of hair there. Are you from Orlek? You look like you might be from Orlek. I met some big thick hair all over their arms and their faces and
No, but I would like to meet them.
no
Yeah.
strong build like you.
Yeah. It's
A little bit
pretty-
shorter than us.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, strong in the tummy. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have any shame.
This is my friend Caston.
Caston, well met, Caston. You look like you might be from Orlek as well. Smaller and stronger.
Never
you know.
seen it.
Never seen it.
Never seen
No, it's a mountain. It's
Well, have I
over
seen
there
it?
somewhere.
We might
Is that
walk
where we're
past it.
bluffing where we're from?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, you
Look at these.
Look at that.
Look at these hairy
Oh,
arms.
very strong arms. Look at you. Very strong now. Don't mind, just need to take me medicine.
Okay. Cool.
Now,
Cool.
you will notice there's only one of me. And that's because Somebody tried the door, didn't they? Let's be honest.
What?
Somebody did that. Now, proper rhetoric would say that I should have you all killed. But I thought that was a bit rude because I hadn't said hello. So now I have said hello. I'll probably just leave and let that happen. But it's been lovely meeting you. I hope you all have a good rest of your time.
Cast on Stoughton.
He's gonna, doesn't have to think twice.
Can you make an attack roll, please?
We disagree with what he's saying.
Yeah, I was
That's
thinking
what
the
we were
same
taught.
thing.
It
a Stoughton.
is 19.
Yeah, that's going to hit. Yeah, he's an old man wearing
He's
a
an old man stoked.
Yeah. No purpose. Can you roll your damage roll, which if you're doing an arm strike would be your strength plus 1, perhaps? Unless you are skilled in improvised weaponry, in which case it would be D4 plus
Probably
1.
not.
I think.
Oh yeah, I've just got a 4 here. Yeah. It
Nice.
says right there.
4 damage.
Hard coded.
God, you got quite this strong arm on you there. God, I can't hear anything. Oh, my vertigo. Oh, there it goes. He falls over. Falls over on the floor. His staff rolls away. Oh, that was quite good. Oh, I liked that. Well done. No, well done now.
How does a stouting go in Dwarvish? I'm going to
Sorry.
punch him. I don't know when it ends.
You have to talk in the other ear there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe you want to change your mind.
I think I might have to change my mind now
Yeah.
you mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the door was
I
already
knew,
unlocked.
I knew they'd stitch me up when they sent me out here, you know. I had a feeling this would happen. They were like, oh, Halston, go on out there. Go on out there and see what you got to say. And see, oh, well, go on, send out there. And it's because of my rare skill, you see. That's why they sent me out here. And that's because they know I could do this. He puts his hand on the floor. And as that happens, almost unseen, 4 parts of the wall lift up. They just start lifting up off the floor. So each of the walls have one slat that opens up. And inside is a 6 foot tall, what looks like a dwarf, made completely of stone. Now these are my friends. And part of the reason I was gilted is I have a rare skill. Would you like to see what it is?
Stoat him. Was that a threat? It sounded like a threat, that did.
Yes.
You'd like to see what it is?
Yes.
Well done. He puts his hand up, and one of the stone dwarves, these 6 foot tall dwarves, just takes a step forwards. The craftsmanship's really good. They look like statues, and they don't seem articulated in any way. It's hard to see how the stone moves and how it kind of is angled. But one of them takes a step forwards and moves further forward.
What initiated that?
You don't know.
Did he? You didn't cast
He
the spell?
moved his hand forward, but that was it. That's all you saw.
She's going to give a. Can she make some kind of insight or arcana to see if
You can do either.
see if he was
Either-
casting?
Either or, yeah. You would do insight if you're trying to
casting.
figure out what he's doing, or arcana to see if it's magic.
Yeah. I think she's specifically trying to determine if it's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll know. 29.
29.
She's
It's
second.
definitely a form of magic. So it's a form of magic. It's probably one you've not seen before, but it's some form of magic. He obviously gave some kind of command that was non-verbal and not semantic, and it caused some kind of movement.
Did you say he had to move his hand?
He did move his hand. Yeah.
Just saying.
You don't know if he has to, but you know that.
Yeah.
What can we do? Let's just give him a... Not going to fight him.
I think we should apologise. I'm so very, very sorry.
Oh, that's funny. I wasn't worried about you anyway. Can you
No.
help me to my feet, young man?
I will. I'll help you out.
Have you come here for a job, have you?
No, I don't think you need sword fighters, do you?
Can you pass me my stick there?
Yes, he will pass
Careful
him
with
this.
it. It's very
Easy.
delicate.
Easy. Stick.
Hold it. Hands up.
I think, and then we go off on the wrong foot,
I think you're right.
and We are very apologetic. We're very
No, it's
apologetic
pretty good.
people.
It's quite a good hit your man's got there. I like
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Hit the hammer.
That was good.
But we didn't mean any offence when a
No, it's
Landtrix
funny,
tried
you
the
know.
door.
It's funny, that you often get people coming here, giving it the big one, giving it you the stone, you show them the statues, and then they don't anymore. It's a very funny thing.
It's
really.
weird, that, isn't it?
I just like, I've got a tooth loose. 1 minute.
Maybe it was loose before.
That was one of the good ones, that one as well. How am I going to eat my groat now? I'm going to have to eat mashed groat. You ever seen that?
Oh, frickin' love mashed
Or you get all the
potato.
offal and you just mash it and put it in a sausage,
Yeah, that
and
sounds
you
quite
eat that.
Yeah.
People-
Yeah, sausage, you say?
That's what I'm going to have to eat. You'd probably like it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we go some of them?
Well,
You haven't got reverse time.
She's
have you?
going to. Can she look? Can I look at your tooth?
you look at my. What a strange people the elves are. I've only just met you and I look in my mouth. I'm not going to look in your mouth.
I have.
Show me your teeth.
I have a skill too.
Do you? Does it involve people's mouths?
What?
Look from the Guild of Dentists coming here.
I'm worried
Gonna
about
take
your
me.
your broken tooth.
How are you now? Now I'm intrigued. What's she going to do? She's going to stop me again.
She's going to fix it for
It's
you.
got a root canal.
Very tempting. May I?
Can you roll? Can you roll a persuasion check to see if he'll let you look in his mouth?
Good rolls tonight.
Yeah. It is.
Jack and his weighted dice.
That's true. 20.
20. Oh, a little wee look on her. Go on then, show me what you got. Take a look. Ah! You got it, yeah.
Say a few words.
Take a look in there.
Say a few
teeth.
words.
And then stay it.
He doesn't have a lot of teeth. He's probably got like 4 teeth in the top, 5 teeth at the bottom. That's tops, and one of them is broken.
Oh, that was
and
the
it's,
best one.
yeah, and it is like bleeding out one side. He doesn't seem that bothered.
She's gonna just gently touch it. Trust me.
Are you doing alright?
Gently touch it, and she's gonna.
I'll
Cast,
bite you.
she's gonna cast mending to
Nice.
repair a single break in an object.
Beautiful. Oh, that's better than it was before. Wouldn't you
should have
tell me you
mended
could
his
do that?
trust in us.
Yeah.
That is quite good. I like that.
Yes.
You
How
know
many
what,
times can you do that?
that doesn't happen very often
Like once
these
every
days.
6 seconds.
I look for that in people, and we don't see a lot of it. That's quite special. How do many elves do that now, do they? Are they all walking around melding each other's teeth? Or is this a rare thing?
It's a skill.
Your lordship, your special skill,
Yes.
yeah, pretty uncommon in Asher. People my outside living there a little weird.
Well, that's alright. I got no intention of leaving. Got everything I'd want. Got my dog, got my statues. Stay here.
You might float away if you go outside.
Absolutely. You know how it is. We like to keep ourselves to ourselves now.
You know, my friends are quite skillful as well.
Are they new? Why, what skills do they have?
Strong punch. Yeah.
Strong punch.
Strong punch.
You do look very strong.
Yeah. Good at following rules. That one.
Yep.
She can fix things. I can smash things.
Seems like you're quite a skilled bunch. Now, I think you've earned the right not to be killed, which is quite nice, because it gets very messy in here. And I'll be honest, we don't have the staff like we used to.
Is that what the the trenches are for?
That is right, yes.
That's for the blood.
Mostly, yes, and the viscera, generally.
Nice. You just.
And it just drains out through there.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about it, but occasionally it just gets stuck, and you need somebody to get in there with a brush and just push it through the hole.
Stoke it.
Yeah, go straight through the commons, straight through the gully. Right
The
out.
commons?
Oh yeah, straight
Right,
out
right in
through.
the sausage.
Oh, they love it. Right out there. Right in. They're fine with it, I'm sure. We haven't checked, but I'm sure they're alright. They probably use it as a bath. I don't know what they do down there. It's not good fun. But you seem alright. Now, we don't get a lot these days. We don't get a lot like you lot. So I'm quite interested, to be honest. But I have got to ask, what the hell are you doing here?
I'll offer you the book.
He looks at it and, me eyes on what I used to. What you handing me? What's this? Let me get me peepers. 1 minute.
Get
Where,
your-
where are me peepers?
Get your papers.
Get me peepers out.
Oh, it's a book. Oh, wonderful. Oh, nice. What's this? What's it about?
I can't read. I don't know.
Oh, it's written in big. Oh, aye, yes. Right. Oh, yes. I know this one. There's a couple about me in here, you know.
Is there?
There is, yeah. I'm known to have a grudge or two.
Oh, who with?
Well, people don't like it when you start bringing things to life, you know. Or, you know, the problem is life takes a life, you know.
Ah, yes.
So, you can immortalise somebody forever. It's not actually that hard. The problem is you got to give something for it. And life takes a life. You can't create him or destroy him, you know. People don't come back from the dead. You know?
Yeah, but
No,
I
it's
don't.
not always been legal. Not in our land. But I put a stop to that. Because there comes a time where it's important. Now these guys here, they're going to live forever. Now there's some that would say, in our line of work, that might be better. Who am I to say?
Who knows? You didn't lose an anvil, did you, by any chance?
You didn't lose a stone, did you? To deal with the same thing?
Ah.
Now what are you talking about in Anvil now?
We went to where did we go?
Renthari Prime.
Renthari Primus.
I'm aware of it.
Yes, and there was the Lord of the Manor of Renthari Primus.
I'm aware of him.
Was trying to resurrect a loved one using a dwarven anvil.
It's true.
You didn't lose a dwarven anvil, did you?
I knew that man was mad.
Because we know where this anvil is.
Oh, aye, that's about the cut of it. Did he succeed?
I don't know, to be honest. Did he succeed in the end?
No, he
No,
turned
he did
himself into a massive mushroom man.
I seen that bit. I didn't know.
Is that not what he was trying to do?
No,
Well, when I ended up on the trail.
no.
I didn't. Yeah, I started there. Fade to black.
Yeah, a number of things in his possession which we don't necessarily know anything about.
No.
But it did include some kind of anvil, some kind of magical stone, no idea what that is, some bits and pieces.
Yeah.
I'm aware of it. In fact, I'm very aware of it. In fact, I made it.
I thought that'd be the case.
It's mine. I didn't make it for myself now. I made it for the Enclave. And I told him it was a bad idea, and I told him we'd attract the wrong sort.
The Enclave.
And there he came. And he spoke to me about some wonderful things he was trying. He thought he had an idea of how he was going to help us, you know. Now, I can make someone live forever. That's not so hard, as long as you don't mind, you know, sticking around, not doing a whole lot of moving about, you know. But I can't bring someone back from the dead, and I can't make life from nothing. Nobody can. It's thinking like that that got us into this terrible mess.
What terrible mess?
But you can probably tell there's no pitter patter of feet. You know, there's no bends around here. Oh, good lord, what was that?
Sorry.
You make that noise all the time.
That was my belly, that was.
Is it?
Yeah. Well,
You need some mashed potato.
when I'm running low on mashed potato, yes,
Well,
that's
when
what,
you say so. Maybe we should all go and have a nice hot
that's
meal.
what happens.
It's your stilt skin isn't in the corner of the room.
Have a nice
It
hot
might well
meal.
be there.
Have a talk about
That
it.
was 10 o'clock, that's why.
But
It's a monochrome mode.
yes, you won't see the wee bends around here.
Okay.
Now, we haven't had any for a long time. Now, some people say it was an affliction, something that we got. No, we don't believe that. I believe we got a little bit close to understanding what life was about. And when you start to understand the power of the gods, well, they don't like sharing it, shall we say.
What did you learn?
It's life, isn't it? How to keep someone alive. How to cross the boundary between life and death.
How did you do that?
Well, how about you come to my house? How about we have a hot meal? And if I decide I'm not going to kill you, then maybe you can just about learn everything I've got to know.
How big is this dog?
Well, he's a lot larger than he used to be, shall we say.
Okay. Portly.
That's right.
Who did you keep alive?
Well, again, let's not be rude. Come over
Okay,
to my
yeah.
house. Let's talk about it. And maybe from there, you can hear me story, hear what I've got to say, and maybe save your judgment until after we've had the chat.
It sounds better than getting smashed into birds and then forced through a gully. So.
Well, that is the other option, to be fair. So I have got you over a barrel, really, haven't I?
Yeah, it's true.
We'd love to.
Well, welcome. Come on in. We take all kinds. And that is where we're going to end our session for this week.
On a tea party.
At a tea party. A lovely tea party.
Tea
Oh,
party.
that was-
Thank you very much for joining us, everybody online.
Camera over there. Thank
That's a
you.
little
Thank you
bit
for all
tight,
your
that one.
follows, likes, and the like. Sorry that we've got banned out of YouTube because I used a terrible word earlier.
Gobshite!
Yeah, God, shit.
The hissing microphone.
Hopefully that's been alright. If you are Scottish and have been offended by anything that happened here,
Yeah.
please follow this helpline that you can see
Yeah.
come across the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Somebody will take your call. It's
One.
just there.
Dial 1.
Yeah, dial
One.
1 from your phone.
Yeah.
Every
Uh,
30 minutes, a Scottish person is offended by a fake accent. You could be one of those Scottish people. Phone our helpline.
On one.
Until next time, we have been.
It's not worth that, really.
No, first, yeah,
Die rolling. Are we still rolling? Oh, sorry. I haven't got any paper.
Oh, yes.
Great session.
What do the newsreaders talk about at the end of the news?
Porridge.